chips it back to center. 3 to go. That'll do it. Take that piano off your back, chuck it in the Mississippi, and bring out the Zamboni.
Let's get nasty on a Tuesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Chris Kerber on the call last night as the Blues get it done against the Edmonton Oilers.
Baby.
They notch a victory, boys. They notch a victory.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go, Blues.
One in a row.
I mean,
Boy, it feels better to be here on a win day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say, yeah, I told you so.
I don't think
That's what the
no.
Blues are saying, because they've been telling us for 2 or 3 games now that this was coming. The game was coming. They're getting better. No?
So do you think that maybe they were telling us the truth when they said, we're getting better, things are coming along, it's not just coach speak, we believe it?
I do believe it. And you could see it. The problem is when a team is losing 5, 6, ultimately 7 in a row, you don't want to believe that. Because you're like, no, you still stink. You still lost the game. And we do it too with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me, oh, yeah, well, we had some competitive at-bats. And, they just...
Really, how competitive were they? You didn't win.
The ball just didn't find holes today. And we're like, bull spit.
Oh, wait.
What? Oh, no. They found the
opposite.
They found the stands. There, yeah.
If you take away the 2 home runs I gave up,
In the first
we're
inning.
right in that game. I pitched pretty well.
Why are you going after him right now?
Other than the 500-foot home run I gave up.
Why?
Outside of the pair of 2 3-run shots I gave up, I pitched pretty well. Felt pretty good. Had good stuff today.
This is not about. We're not talking. This is not about Miles.
Whoa!
Hang on, that's pretty funny. You keep going.
A lot of soft contact today.
Oh my God!
Sometimes balls find the hole.
What are we doing? This is hockey season. Baseball season ended Saturday.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Well,
But for the Cardinals, it ended a month and a half
listen,
ago.
it don't leave me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is
It's part of my
it's
fabric.
part of my fabric. Fabric of my being.
Oh, man.
Anyways, the Blues got it done last night. They snapped the 7-game losing streak with a 3-2 comeback win over the Edmonton Oilers. Robert Thomas returned from injury, played a major role. He registered a goal and had an assist. And Dalibor Dvorsky.
Let's go,
Dalibor
Devo.
Dvorsky scored his first NHL goal. Couldn't have done that when I picked him a couple of nights ago. I had to
By
wait
the way, who
till
had
Jamie
him?
chooses him.
5 points, baby.
Dalibor Dvorsky helped spark the Blues' rally late in that second period. Pew Suter netted the game-winning goal with 1:23 remaining in regulation.
Yes, it is.
You can't make up a rule.
There has to be. You have to set precedent at some point, right?
That's not how that
We
works.
added a rule.
That's not precedent. That's just you making
That's
crap
just
up.
you doing what benefits you, which makes total sense.
What?
For you.
When have you ever known me to do
Every
that?
damn time.
What are you talking about?
Pretty much every
Let's
day,
go back
Jamie.
to the college football roundup where you didn't like how the wheel spun.
Thank you.
Hang on. Did the wheel have an illegal team on the wheel at the time?
No.
Did it? Yes, it did.
And if it didn't,
It had a team that was already picked.
and if it didn't land on if it had landed on what you wanted, you wouldn't have said a word.
No chance.
There you go.
I know. I
Not
would
a
have said,
damn
no,
word.
that's no good. Spin it again. I'm a man of integrity, Carey.
You're a man of many things. You do have integrity in some facets of your life, but when it comes to winning, no integrity at all. You want to hit a guy in the face. You told the guy for the Blue Jays that don't play to go punch Shohei in the damn face and break his nose so he can't play the rest of the game when the bench is cleared.
He shouldn't have left the damn bench then. You know? You leave the bench, you're susceptible to that.
I'll step up for Jamie here. On Saturday after the Blue Jays lost, he texted, "Deal is off," in reference to the football game.
He was 3 makers in at that point. He didn't.
That was the first 3 innings, bro.
He said the deal was off, but then he came in yesterday and the deal was on.
The deal was on, and I even congratulated Marshy
did.
on Sunday. I said, "Congrats, Marshy." I mean, sometimes you got to just tip the cap. Good job.
Yeah.
I don't know what Carey's talking about. Either way, Blues look really good. Dalibor Dvorsky, he looks like he's ready to play an everyday role in the NHL. Robert Thomas came back, and that was a nice boost to the team. Jordan Binnington had a nice night between the pipes. The Oilers had, 4 high-danger scoring opportunities? Guess how many they scored?
0.
Jordan Binnington answered the bell there. And this overall was a better game by the Blues. So when when Jim Montgomery, Justin Falk, Braden Shen, go down the list of people that I've watched do these post-game pressers, when they were talking about, we can feel it coming. Like we're headed in the right direction. Jim Montgomery, we're doing a lot of things right. We're just, we're not getting the result yet. And of course, you're sitting there going, okay, where have we heard this before? But then you see it last night where, and it's not like an overwhelming change, not like, whoa, but just subtle little things happened where Connor McDavid didn't even register a shot on net the entire game. Now, he had a couple of assists. I mean, he's a hell of a player, but he didn't register a shot on goal. That says a little bit about your team defense anyways.
No
Much
doubt.
better, less puck watching.
Correct.
Carey, a lot more sticks involved, bodies involved. Philip Broberg. What I love about Philip Broberg is that Jim Montgomery tells a story obviously much better than me because it was him and Broberg in the story. But he says, I came to them and said, hey, thinking about putting you guys against McDavid tonight. And he's like, Broberg was like, yes, I want that. I want that assignment. Give that man to me. And he played really well. And you're really not going to ever truly keep him off the score sheet. If you do, he's still going to get some opportunities to make it on the score sheet. But again, they limited the damage, did a really good job, and both of the big boys, Broberg and Parayko, were able to use their size, their speed, and their reach to keep the most dangerous player in the NHL somewhat at bay.
I was going to say, I think that first period, despite being down 1-0 at the end of it, was probably the best period I've seen them play maybe this entire season. Like they were connected. They had their sticks on the ice. They were deflecting passes. They were connected and getting after guys and getting shots on. Like they were actually playing with energy and effort and doing all of the things that I felt like they hadn't been doing. They weren't sitting there watching the puck and like, oh, in amazement. Oh, what's that thing over there? That's the puck. What do they do? Oh, they're shooting it. Ooh, good job. Oh, sorry, Jordan. I didn't do my job.
Where'd that guy come from?
I had the post.
They were actually
Post was covered.
Involved in the game, and it was unfortunate that goal went in late in the period, but you could tell they were fighting their butts off. And then when they got down 2-0, I was like, okay.
I thought,
because you play so hard in that first period.
When you go down and you hit the knob of the stick at the goalie, they come back down and put it in the back of your net.
Like,
I was like, there it is, right there. There's the season.
But they kept going.
Right.
They kept going. They didn't give in. They didn't quit. They got the power play goal by Dvorsky, and they were off and running. I thought they did a fantastic job last night. For as much as we've talked about how poorly they've played and how much of lack of energy they've shown, I thought they showed the exact opposite last night.
And I felt that win meant a little bit more because of the opponent that they played. Like if they were to play a lesser team, and at this point there really aren't that many lesser teams left in the league.
Yeah.
Because they're at the bottom of the league.
We
know. Exactly. However, we're playing against, I would say, best two players in the world.
I would say so.
So, and the fact that you were losing, you came back, the way they won the game, I think that has to put a ton of confidence in that locker room. It only takes one, right? Just get one and continue to build on that.
Well, let's hear what Jim Montgomery had to say after the game on how much the team needed the win.
We needed it, but I think, we're a process-oriented team, and we believe that if our things that we believe that we have to be good at, whether it's habits, details, or certain parts of our process of the game, winning net front battles. And then the results that come from that is grade A chances, and then game management was really good tonight. And that, we believe, leads to good results. And this, for me, this was the third good hockey game in a row that we've played. And if we keep playing like this, we're going to win a lot of hockey games.
I'm with Monty when he's talking about the process, right? You do have to, in anything you're doing, believe in the process, because that consistency and that discipline should yield good results. You also need to actually win games too, because at some point it's human nature to say, well, I don't know if this process is working for us. Maybe we need a different process. So you do need tangible results to keep going. Yeah. It's like working out. You do so for 3 months. If you don't see any results, you either got to change things or you're going to quit. But you get a little bit of those results by you check yourself out in the mirror, the clothes fit a little looser, whatever it may be, and you're like, tangible results. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You need to have that belief as well. So I'm glad that they won last night because while I do agree with Monty in that you do have to be process oriented, you also need to win games. You need to win games. So the two things, you'd think that they would mesh together, and last night they did, and hopefully this is a sign of good things for the Blues.
And Anthony, you were absolutely right yesterday. It was the jerseys.
Oh, God.
The uniforms.
Yeah,
I have
2-0
seen
with
that.
gold uniforms.
Yeah.
+3 goal differential.
I'm sorry. What we are a facts and stats show.
Yeah.
Are we?
The facts show that they're 2-0 when they wear the older sweater.
Haven't won a game in the other ones.
Correct.
The new ones.
So there's that. Jamie, any thoughts on that?
It's a fast lane here on 101
don't you
ESPN. Coming up next, NFL trade deadline, big day in the National Football League. Stay here on 101 ESPN.
It's a unis.
Missouri, get ready. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming soon. And starting December 1st, new customers in Missouri can get up to $300 in bonus bets when you make your first $5 bet, from touchdowns to home runs to three-pointers. With FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. Plus, with live betting, you can even get in on the action after the game has already started. All in an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. FanDuel is the best way to game day, and it's coming soon to Missouri. Just visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to learn more. This way, you'll be all set to bet when FanDuel goes live in Missouri on December 1st. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game with FanDuel, the #1 rated sportsbook app. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. First online real money wager. $5 deposit required. Offer starts December 1st, 2025. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Bonus issued as non-withdrawables. Bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG.
Within 1 hour of the NFL trade deadline being official, and it has been kind of a wild day in the NFL when it comes to trades. Remember, there's a time where there was next to no trades in the NFL, and now we're seeing big-time player movement, mostly from the Jets, as they deal cornerback. Yeah, Sauce Gardner. Yeah, they just took a for sale sign.
Yep.
Everything must go. Sauce Gardner is dealt from the Jets to the Colts in exchange for A.D. Mitchell, the wide receiver, and 2 first-round picks. The Jets weren't done. A couple hours later, Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle, goes to the Cowboys. The Jets receive Mazie Smith, who's another defensive tackle, a 2026 second-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick. So those are the 2 big moves. The Jets trade 2 of their biggest pieces and wind up getting a lot of draft compensation. Now, we will spend a little bit more time talking about the Jets and their strategy, but let's look at this from the Colts and the Cowboys perspective, namely the Colts. Sauce Gardner's making a lot of money. He just signed a $100+ million deal with the Jets last season. So the Colts are acquiring a lot of money.
Yeah, but isn't there something wonky about his contract?
Well, we can look into it.
I was listening to some of the people on ESPN this morning, and they said there's something about his bonuses or something where it's not terrible for the Colts. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see here.
Or maybe they're talking about somebody else.
Yeah, looking at the contract right now. 4 years, $120.4 million. Average salary is $30. Not going to be a free agent until 2023. I don't know. Without looking at the contract, like with a fine-tooth comb, I don't know.
All right,
but
whatever.
Nonetheless, a lot of money going to Sauce Gardner. To a Colts team that has been excellent this season, save for what they did Sunday in Pittsburgh. Do you like this move? Because they may have to pay Daniel Jones at some point.
That was the question that I was thinking. Like, if you are paying a cornerback that much money because you're taking that contract on, are you saying that you're going to go with Daniel Jones in the future and pay him, I don't know, $45 million a year? Because that's probably where he is. I don't know if he's 50 or 55 million or 60, but I think he's no less than $45 million a year. But it seems to me that they understand, and when I'm talking about the Colts are saying we're all in right now. We need a lockdown corner. We need a guy that can cover, the opponent's best receiver. Offensively, minus the game on Sunday versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, we are the best offense in the NFL. We have the offensive MVP in Jonathan Taylor, if we decide to hand him the football. And we are dominant offensively. Our defense needed an upgrade. And we're putting all our chips to the center and saying this is our time to win a championship. That's what I think that is. Now, if they decide to re-sign Daniel Jones and give him that contract, maybe they're saying they're playing for the long haul. But this seems to me like a move where we think we have a championship roster right now, offense, defense, and special teams, and we're going to add to that defense to make sure we can get over the hump to make sure we get in that championship game.
It is kind of interesting, though. If you look at the AFC isn't chock full of standout receivers. Like Rashee Rice is a really good wide receiver who's added a lot since coming back for the Chiefs. But the Bills notoriously don't really have a number 1 wide receiver. The Patriots have Stephon Diggs, but Diggs hasn't been the guy in quite a while. The Steelers don't. Well, DK Metcalf, but the big-time receivers are in the NFC.
Well, the big-time receiver is Jamar Chase, but he's probably not making it to the playoffs.
Right.
So it doesn't really...
So it's kind of interesting that they make this move as opposed to maybe looking for another pass rusher. And look, adding Sauce Gardner to a defense, it's never going to be a bad thing. Because if you do get to the Super Bowl or beyond, not beyond the Super Bowl, but beyond next season and all that, maybe you want a number 1 guy. But this is a lot of money. You gave up a lot of draft compensation to a spot on defense that, while important, it's not necessarily a premium spot.
Do you think that they are planning, let's say they have the mindset, we're going to the AFC Championship game. That is at least bare minimum what we want to do. And more than likely, we'll probably face the Chiefs, a team that can't run the football. They love to throw it.
Sure.
So let's plan for that, essentially. Do you think that could be what it is, or is that too specific?
I don't. I think good teams prepare for who's in their division and then who are the top teams in the conference. I think teams should build that way. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go all in that thought process, but yeah, of course you want to make sure that you have all areas addressed. It's just a steep price. I mean, 2 first-round picks. It's not like they got a quarterback or, again, a pass rusher in the deal or one of the premium offensive tackles. You know, they got a number 1 guy in Gardner. He better stay healthy. And then hopefully they still have enough money to get Daniel Jones under contract, which is really weird to say, by the way.
Well, maybe this is like a 1-year thing for him, though. You know?
Who? For Daniel Jones?
For Daniel Jones.
I don't know. The fact that they traded away 2 first-round picks, I don't think that they're saying that Anthony Richardson is their future at quarterback. I think that they're saying what we have right now. We're all in on an opportunity to win a championship right now. Sauce Gardner is 26 years old, 25 years old. Like we're in our window to try to win a championship right now. And if you trade away 2 first-round picks and you know that you don't believe that Anthony Richardson is your future, you're probably going to re-sign Daniel Jones. And maybe they have the cap room to do it because otherwise you would have kept one of those first-round picks to try to draft a quarterback here in the future.
Well, Daniel Jones kind of has them bent over a barrel now because with those picks gone, knowing that Richardson is not the guy that they're going with, what are you going to do? You going to go get Joe Flacco for a year again? Like, we joked about Joe Flacco kind of bouncing around this offseason because somebody's going to pick him up, but is that the direction you go?
Well, maybe you get another retread. So I'm looking at Mac Jones right now, who's doing a good job in San Francisco. Obviously, Brock Purdy is their guy, and he will be their guy because he has the contract. Maybe Mac Jones believes that he's a number 1 quarterback in this league, and he's proven it right now. Maybe he could go to the Colts on a lesser deal.
But if you're the Colts, you finally have a good team again.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, do you really want to go? Like,
yeah, you want to keep it.
I'd rather keep Daniel Jones. I know that sounds crazy. I'd rather keep Daniel Jones than to think that I can do with Mac Jones what Kyle Shanahan did with him.
Well, absolutely. But you also have to keep in mind that Daniel Jones looked good for 1 season with the Giants, went to the playoffs, won a playoff game. They gave him a contract, and all of a sudden he wasn't the same guy.
That team sucked too. The team around him was not good.
They made it the playoffs, though, and they won a playoff game.
They made a lot of bad decisions following off.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
one-hit wonder.
He didn't help the cause.
No, he didn't.
He was a part of it.
He was. All right, some other
moves. I don't
moves.
know why you hate Daniel Jones, Marshy. It's weird.
I don't hate Daniel Jones at all, but
Former Viking.
Weird.
I would have to.
I think that's what he's mad at.
I would have to be cautious about it.
It's all coming to me now.
So we're still about a half hour away from deadline because isn't it 4 o'clock Eastern?
Yep.
So 4 o'clock Eastern.
3 o'clock here.
3 o'clock local time. Thank you, Jamie. The NFL trade deadline. So my question is, who else from the Jets? Like, when does Garrett Wilson go? Because if you're going to trade Quinnen Williams, you're going to trade Sauce Gardner.
He's the one that has the wonky contract.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Different jet.
It's a jet.
But I wonder if they deal him. I wonder if we see Waddle dealt from Miami.
I think the Miami Dolphins said they weren't moving Waddle.
Well, hey.
They moved Jalen Phillips.
When you get a win 2 weeks ago, you start to feel yourself again.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Those guys.
Yeah.
I would hate to be one of the guys on that team, the Jets, where all your teammates, the best players on the team, are getting moved.
Yeah,
and
you're like, where am I going?
You're actually staying right here. We need at least 1 player left. No.
Well, I listen. The fact that I would be excited if I was on the Jets roster right now because I know what they're getting back. They are like Aaron Glenn is like, okay, this is not the recipe for success. Now, I don't agree with getting rid of your best two defensive players, for the future. But if you can get 3 first-round draft picks back for 2 players and a second-round pick, damn the players that came back with them. That's just part of it. Like,
well, that was done. A.D. Mitchell was sent to New York for his punishment.
Maybe you fumble that ball at the goal line.
You
get
cost us
here.
a win, you mother.
You get the hell
You're
out of here.
You're going to be a Jet in 2 weeks
for the rest of your life.
Yep.
But you get 4 draft picks back, 3 first-round picks, and 1 second-round pick. You are excited about what the future is. So now you got to draft the right people.
Right.
But
right.
You are excited about what the future can hold for that roster, knowing that you have that draft capital for the next couple of years.
They need a quarterback.
And that's why
Yes,
they
they
got
do.
3 first-round picks.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll find them.
Garrett Wilson's contract is wonky. He's got this year his base salary is $1.2 million. Next year it says $3 million. Then it jumps to $13.5. Then he's got some signing bonus in there as well. He's got a lot of little things, roster bonuses, workout bonuses.
Got a lot going on.
You got a lot going on.
Some other smaller moves. Jalen Phillips and Jair Alexander go to the Eagles. That was a couple of days ago.
The Eagles quietly making things happen.
Yeah.
And proving that they're going to be the best team in football.
They're addressing needs. Look, they've got, in Howard Roseman, they've got the best general manager in football, one of the best GMs in all of sports. So they know what they're doing. I think it's also interesting the Seahawks added Rashid Shaheed.
Yes.
So they get a deep threat to
That's
go with
weird.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, but I thought the kid
Thornton?
Horton. Torrey Horton was
Horton
playing really well, and you're getting Cooper Kupp back at some point. That was an interesting trade for the Seahawks, especially with the way that they played a couple of last night, 2 nights ago. They played really well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Of course, Shaheed is like, yes.
Get me out of there.
Last place, tied for first.
Sign me up.
All right, so we'll keep you updated on what's going on with the NFL trade deadline here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We'll get into the Monday Night Football game. Cowboys, they done. And is Kyler Murray done, too? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Circus Sports coming to the lovely state of Missouri starting in December, but you do not have to miss out on any of the action. You can download and bet like a pro with your Circus Sports Illinois app. You can find it on the website, at the App Store. Circus Sports is the largest sports book in the world, and now that is in the palm of your hand. So many great things available. I'm looking at the NHL tonight. I absolutely love the Utah Mammoth on the money line, minus 135. I also love the Hurricanes at minus 115, and the Oilers are my underdog. I like the Oilers, a little bit of a redemption game in Dallas at plus 105. So again, those are tight money line splits offered right there at Circus Sports Illinois. Best odds of any app that is out there, which means bigger payouts, and they also have high betting limits. So please, again, do not miss out on any of this fun or any of the action going on. Download your Circus Sports Illinois app today and make sure you are enjoying Circus Sports. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Blues finally back in the win column. They take down the Edmonton Oilers last night by a final score of 3-2. Dalibor Dvorsky scores his first NHL goal, captures his first NHL point. Pius Suter gets the game winner late in the third period. So the Blues back in the win column. They'll take on the Washington Capitals tomorrow, and you can listen to that game right here on 101 ESPN. Early pregame for you at 5:30. Puck drop is at 6:30. Tonight on 101 ESPN, we have some college hoops for you as Duke takes on Texas. Pregame starts at 7. Tip-off is at 7:45. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN, and we have your chance right now to win tickets to see AC/DC on September 8th at the Dome at America's Center. Tickets for AC/DC go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. But we've already got your shot to score free tickets to the show before you can even buy them. Here's your trivia question for today. Andrew Marsh, since you thought about it, I think you should be the one to deliver it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is an AC/DC song that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders perform to in the pregame. What song is that? What song do they perform to?
If you have the correct answer, send it into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. No, Jamie, you're not eligible for this.
I want AC/DC tickets.
And if you're the 101st texter with the correct answer, you'll go see AC/DC. Find all the ticket details and a bonus chance to win free tickets for AC/DC right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Cardinals whip the Cowboys last night. My biggest takeaway, and I did say this to Carey in the office a couple of weeks ago after watching Jacoby Brissett play against the Colts in Indy in his first game after Kyler Murray was injured. I thought the Cardinals offense was more in rhythm. He was more on time. It was more efficient. I think the Cardinals offensively are better with Jacoby Brissett than they are with Kyler Murray. That doesn't mean that I think that Brissett is more talented or better, even a better quarterback than Kyler Murray, who's got a lot of talent. But Jacoby Brissett operates in that offense much better. He just does. He played very well against the Colts. He played very well against the Packers. And last night, he did very well against the Dallas defense that isn't very good. And Cardinals defensively did a great job against Dak and company. And they wound up getting a big road win.
I enjoyed watching Jacoby Brissett play football yesterday. Like, I think sometimes as a player, not just football, I think any sport, you can get put in a box in terms of who you are, right? And so Jacoby Brissett is basically a backup quarterback. He has been for the majority of his career. But there are times where you get in a system with an offense surrounded by really good players, and the best version of you comes out. And I hope that Jacoby Brissett is not in that box with Jonathan Gannon and that Cardinals offense or that Cardinals staff, thinking that he's just a backup quarterback, because that offense looks completely different with him under center than it does with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a quarterback, and I don't know if it's some of his limitations because he's not the tallest player. He scrambles a lot. He moves around a lot, which throws the timing off with receivers, especially in certain offenses. Some offenses are built to, whether it's a 3-step drop, boom, get the ball out. 5-step drop, boom, get the ball out. And it is more effective when you're able to do that. Kyler Murray holds onto the ball entirely too long, takes sacks. He does extend plays and makes some spectacular plays, but the offense isn't as fluid as it was last night with Jacoby Brissett. And with that being said, Troy Aikman was talking about it. He said he believes that Jacoby should be the starter from here on out. Take money out of it. I know Kyler's getting paid $40, $50 million a year. But if you want to win football games, and I think Jonathan Gannon, what we saw earlier this year when he kind of gave DeMarcado a slap across the chest, he needs to win so he doesn't lose his job. You got to go with the best player available, and right now Jacoby is that for them.
I agree. Jamie's been telling us about
I feel
Kyler
like
Murray for
the
years.
old white guy in the Jordan.
Yeah.
Do you know, like told you.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment I watched Kyler Murray play his very first season, I just thought to myself, this is not sustainable. It just didn't look sustainable. Is he talented? Yeah, 100%. Can he run? Can he yeah. But does it ultimately help your offense? Is it something that is sustainable? No. When your number one talent is that you can scramble really good, that all that tells me, and you guys can correct me. I don't pretend to be the football guy by any means. But if you're a really great scrambling quarterback, that tells me your offense has to be in scramble mode to be successful. I don't think that you can find consistency when your offense is consistently in scramble mode. Like, there's got to be a certain rhythm to it. It can't just be, schoolyard, holy crap.
Yeah,
everybody run around.
When you have a mobile quarterback, but a mobile quarterback that can stay in rhythm, you've got everything.
Well, yeah, like Josh Allen. Like, you got guys like that. Yeah.
If you don't, because that quarterback can't, like Kyler Murray, can't stay in rhythm, and I think Kyler Murray, one of his biggest issues is he can't see.
The
short.
limitations, yeah.
Exactly. You're talking about the limitations. You're right. I mean, anytime he throws over the middle, because he's a shorter quarterback, he's throwing high. And when you throw high, balls get tipped, interception, all that. Doug Flutie would run around to find space for himself so that he can throw off, off a cleaner platform.
Like this, though.
You had better headphones.
I don't think
less time on video games.
I don't think Doug Flutie always threw in rhythm either. I think that's what you're saying.
The offenses he guided were much more organized than what this looks like.
I think
Maybe.
Kyler Murray is a spectacular athlete. Heisman Trophy winner. Like, he's done a lot of great things. A first-round draft pick, I believe, by the Oakland Athletics in baseball. Like, he is a freak
Maybe
athlete.
Still time.
Might be. But there are things that at the quarterback position that if you're not able to do these, if you're not able to get the ball out on time, in rhythm, with a receiver still in stride, where he doesn't have to slow down, where he doesn't have to stop, where he doesn't have to plant his feet and scramble back to the sideline so that you can see him, I think it just changes what you do offensively. I think you become more balanced. And Jacoby Brissett, again, I truly hope this is not happening to him, that he doesn't get stuck in that box of you're just a backup quarterback, because he's had a fantastic career. He's played, I don't know, he's got to be a 10-year vet at this point. He's played for a lot of teams. I think he's been on 6 different teams, so at least 6 years, 7, 8
run
years.
With the Colts.
He's done
not too long ago.
and he was a starter there. But again, he was the starter until they could replace him as the starter. So I think that right now, if you want to win football games, and I told you this Cardinals team, they were my pick to win the NFC West. They've only lost every game they lost have been a one-possession game. They have been in every game. I think they lost 2 or 3 of them late field goal kicks that they lost on. So, not saying that they have a chance to still win the division, because Seattle and Los Angeles are playing their butts off. But you give yourself a chance to maybe find a way to scratch and claw and make the playoffs if you play well enough.
Well, and the main thing is, too, their 2 best weapons are underutilized when Kyler Murray is playing quarterback. We saw last night Marvin Harrison Jr. literally had a career night in terms of receptions. Trey McBride, that guy can't find the end zone.
Not good enough.
When Kyler Murray is playing quarterback. They look like a better team with Jacoby Brissett. And bottom line, he gives them a better opportunity to win right now.
I agree, Marsh. And I agree that Trey McBride is a really good tight end. He just wasn't good enough last night.
Did he not get your he didn't cover?
Caught 5, needed 7. Yeah. Caught 5, needed 7.
Maybe if Kyler was playing, maybe he would have had that 7.
I don't think so.
No?
No. All right. We won the Pick'em Challenge this week against the Rizzuto Show, so it is now 5-4. We can tie it this week, gentlemen, and let's go ahead and do that, all right? But one of us.
By the way, hang on. Mike Ryder still doesn't have the scoring correct. He posted on social media 5-3-1. We know there's no ties. Mike is mad at us because he felt like we didn't loop him in on this.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
So we owe Mike a big hug.
Are we 5-4-1?
We're 5-4.
We're just 5-4.
There's
no ties.
There's no ties. Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We love
Mike.
Mike.
No, Mike will Oh, he just says he's keeping it. All right, done
He's
deal.
spiteful like the rest of us in here.
He's
know
so
what?
spiteful.
We can't be
That's
mad
right.
at him.
He fits in perfect.
Nobody's safe, so can't be mad at him.
You're right. You're right.
All right, anyways, one of us needs to be punished. Is it BK or is it Carey? BK facing 4 shots with the airsoft gun. Carey Davis, only 2. We'll tell you who lost next on 101 ESPN. This month, Auto Centers Nissan is thanking you for the outstanding partnership that they have with, their not only our 101 ESPN listeners, but, anybody that has headed down to Herculaneum and has perused their vehicles. They got their Thankful for You sales event. Over 1,000 vehicles in one massive location, right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri, just minutes from South County. No games, no running around, just real savings and real selection. And right now, you can get deep dealer discounts on every remaining 2025 model, which means the best of the year in terms of their pricing, their deals that they have going on. Everything that they have there, it's got their outstanding discounts, and they're heading into 2026. I want to make sure that they clear out as much as possible so they can make room for all the new models coming in. Right now, you get no payments for 6 months on select 2025 Nissan models, or you can get no money down and 0% APR for 60 months on 2025 Muranos and Pathfinders, as well as the all-new 2026 Rogue Platinum. That's 5 years interest-free. If you're shopping used, Auto Centers Nissan, they've got you covered there too. No money down and no payments for 3 months on select used vehicles, all priced to move. And every new Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty and a 30-day return promise. So get to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum or visit AutoCentersNissan.com. These deals won't last forever. Tell them Stalter sent you. 10 minutes now for the NFL trade deadline. No other deals have been announced, although Adam Schefter of ESPN is reporting that, and this is no surprise, but A.J. Brown will not be traded, which makes sense. I don't think they're ever going to get to the point where they're going to deal him, right, CD?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think you'd be foolish to trade A.J. Brown. You want to win or you want to lose?
I want to win.
Yeah, you keep him on your team then. Mm-hmm. He's a hell of a football player.
All right, speaking of CD, he and Brandon Kiley were tied last night going into the Monday Night Football game, and it came down to point break, a tiebreaker. Points in the Monday Night Football game settle the tiebreaker. So, here are your Week 9 standings here in the fast lane. Andrew Marsh, 10 points. Jamie and me, 9 points. Brandon Kiley, 8. Carey Davis, 8. And Carey Davis loses the tiebreaker.
Come on, man.
So he will face the airsoft gun not once but twice today.
Come on, man.
And Andrew Marsh, you have the honors.
All right.
Make sure that camera is good to go. Carey, please assume the position. And Andrew Marsh will deliver the punishment since he had the best record in the fast lane.
And this is this the second time in 2 weeks now?
This is the second time in 2 weeks.
This is for Carey not apologizing.
Are you using spite?
No, I'm just saying Carey hasn't apologized yet.
No.
Apologizing for it.
It's all right, Carey.
If I don't hear this one's for J.J. McCarthy, I don't know who you are.
Oh, that's
I
a
like that.
great one.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's a great one.
Yep. All right. So,
There we go, Carey.
Marshy.
Pretty big target.
Go for it. And by the way, you can watch on YouTube if you like.
Do a lot of squats.
If you're
Yes, you are. I see a deep squats.
If you're some sort of sicko and want to watch this, you can. Airsoft gun, shot number 1.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. This one's for J.J. McCarthy. Oh, it didn't go through.
It did. It hit him on the
Did
right.
it? Okay.
Right there.
Oh, it hit him on the
That was
head.
kind of a delayed reaction, don't you think?
Carey's got those buns of steel. I watch him at the gym. He's deep squats, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think you nailed too much fabric.
Who should the second one be for?
Hang on a
Sam
second.
Darnold. Former Viking Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he's got lots
Anybody
of
else?
proof.
Anybody else? Anthony, that sounds very selfish that you went Sam Darnold.
Well, I went with the former Viking.
Okay. This one's just for the listeners
No, okay.
and Sam Darnold.
Oh, got to be more careful.
That one, yeah.
That sting. Did that sting the nostrils?
Yeah, that one burned.
Nice. All right. As usual, Carey, that hurt us more than it hurt you. And your punishment has been completed.
The first one got, he was a little high and got, like you said, more fabric than I think he wanted
Yeah, but
to.
you didn't say it in the moment.
Nah, he got me.
Nah.
It hit me.
It was a delayed reaction. I thought maybe it was a misfire.
No, it hit me. But it was, it hit my shirt a little bit. That second one, man.
So the first one really didn't get you.
No, the first
Marshy,
one got me.
grab the gun.
Nope,
Yo,
nope,
Mom.
nope, nope.
It was you
Jamie-
know what?
Yeah.
That first one was for J.J. McCarthy. He was a little off target.
There it is. Yeah, 100%.
Oh.
But it was still effective.
Well, that's true.
This is true.
Jamie, would you like to open up the question?
Yeah, Jamie Rivers, 101 ESPN. Carey,
Yeah.
your biggest regret?
Not taking the Steelers over the Colts, man. I wear my Steelers gear proudly.
Do you feel dirty wearing that after not picking them?
Nah, because I actually thought the Colts were indeed the better team. But surprise, surprise, the Pittsburgh Steelers showed up and showed out. And
How does he spin
who
it
saw
like
that
this
coming?
every time?
You know?
Every time.
Who saw that coming? Not me. So that's my biggest regret. Not taking my pick, not have, and you know why else I should have known better, because they had the 20-year anniversary of the Super Bowl 40 team in town for that game. And I should have known. Those guys back in town, those guys that won a championship, that had played at the highest level, understanding how it goes in Pittsburgh, there's no damn way that defense wasn't going to show up and show out when you got all those guys back in the house. You know what I mean? Joey Porter was there, James Ferrier. Like, you got all them guys.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No chance the D isn't prominent that day.
No chance the D didn't show up, and the D showed up and showed
Did.
out.
Big time.
So, yeah, that's my biggest regret. And then, well, I'm not really mad about the Texans pick. C.J. Stroud got banged up, and they clearly don't know how to score from the 1-yard line. I think that would be my downfall for picking them and choosing. But, I mean, if you can't score from the 1, you probably shouldn't win. You know
Very
what I mean?
true. Yeah.
Like, you don't deserve to win. So, yeah, those 2 games kind of made a turn on me.
Carey, Anthony Stalter, 101 ESPN's a fast lane. I'm looking at the overall leaderboard here. Any concerns that out of both shows, you have 84 points, the same as Scott Rizzuto and learn.
You know, I've been looking at my picks as of late. And, you know, a couple of them I tried to go against the grain. Last week I tried to just go with the grain. I'm just going to be me. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do what I know to do best. And I can tell you this. I can promise you this.
He's pointing at us.
Like the Tim Tebow promise. You will never see a guy who shows so much more effort, who gives so much more in his picks come Sunday than you will see in this guy now. I can promise you that. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we'll never see you in that compromised position again.
No.
Okay.
Dr.
like that.
Zander in the Snake Pit did ask if you could turn around and wink while you're doing it.
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Nah, I pass. I don't know why you want me to wink. That's
I think
an interesting
it was just a request from Dr.
That's an interesting
Zander.
request, though.
He is a doctor.
I don't know that he's a doctor.
What was he wanting to wink?
I don't know.
Very good. Even better question, Jamie.
Just wondering.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Can I? Left eye? Right eye?
I think it was probably dealer's choice.
There's a couple more items.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Is Dvorsky here for good? Jamie made an interesting comment in that first segment that we'll revisit when answering this question. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Cheap, fun.
Let's get dirty, St. Louis. Dirt Cheap is St. Louis's one-stop party shop. They have a massive selection of whatever it is you're looking for. They've got great service, great prices. Dirt Cheap is the place to go for all of your beer, wine, spirits needs. I've told you guys before, every party, every get-together, no matter what it is, I go to Dirt Cheap. It's the only place I get my beer, wine, and spirits because it's not just about Dirt Cheap being the price. The product is fantastic, and the people are even better. Visit your neighborhood Dirt Cheap today to browse the huge selection that they have and unbeatable prices. Again, new locations as well. Washington, Fredericktown, Hillsborough, and the newest one of them all right there in Wentzville. Holidays are coming. Stocking stuffers, all those little bottles that you love, they're available at Dirt Cheap. I just got a whole bunch of them as well. And they also have your favorite bourbons. Buffalo Trace, now readily available right there at Dirt Cheap. Whatever your taste, you'll find it at Dirt Cheap. Order ahead with the Dirt Cheap app. And remember to have fun, but please be careful out there.
Thomas looking for a pass to Falk. Far wing. Wired. Score! One-timer. Dvorsky. First goal. First point in the National Hockey League. And he's got the Blues on the board with hugs and smiles from his teammates.
That was Chris Kerber on the call last night as the Blues come from behind to knock off the Edmonton Oilers. It's 3:02, your time check, brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Jamie, you said something interesting, caught my attention. Might have just been a drive-by comment, but I did want to revisit it in this segment here.
Sure.
You said that Dvorsky looks like he belongs in the NHL.
Yes.
Is he here for good, do you think? Do you think that he's more than just an injury fill-in, give him a chance, see what he can do, and then send him back down? Do you think he's more than that?
I do, and a couple of reasons why. Is one, your team in their darkest moment so far this season called you up as a young player. And you don't expect miracles from young players at that point because the team is not playing well, you're not winning hockey games, and you certainly don't want to put all that pressure on a young guy to come up and change everything. However, since Dalibor Dvorsky has been here, it's given the Blues a better option than what they've had in the past. And what I mean by that is this guy in the power play, his very first game, shot, hit the post. That could have been the goal right there. And then he scores that winner. I just love his confidence. So many young kids in that spot would not shoot that puck. They'd want to give it back to Justin Falk, give it back to Robert Thomas, give it down to Pavel Buchnevich. It's like, I'm going to disperse it to the older guys so they don't get mad at me if I miss the net or it gets blocked.
Right.
You can tell that Jim Montgomery, Steve Ott, and all the coaching staff have told this guy, shoot the damn puck. Shoot it. Because right away, boom, twisted the hips, unloaded, hit the post. Last night, bar in. Mm-hmm. Like, clank. Like the goalie had no chance.
Yeah.
The Blues have been missing this component to their power play since David Perron was here. We remember David Perron was on the other side, okay, right-handed shot, but when he got that puck, he had two little one-timers there. He had a little sweeper, or he had the little half clapper, bam, just quick. Why is that important? Because you can't set up for it. Like the goalie has to follow the puck. And as the goalie's following the puck, he doesn't have a chance to get set. He's in motion as that shot is being ripped. And when you rip the shot that hard, the goalie has a hard time. Like, will he make the save from time to time? Yeah. But this is why Alex Ovechkin has been so dangerous for so many years. Steven Stamkos, Sidney Crosby, pick your pony in those areas. They're accurate with their shot, and they don't hesitate. And what's the one thing I said the other day about Dylan Holloway? I was tired of him fake shotting, stick handling to the middle, and then trying to get a shot. Fake shot back to whoever. And it's not always his fault. Sometimes the pass is in the wrong spot. But what Dalibor Dvorsky was able to do, you watch him, even in the first one time he hit the post, he readjusts his body as the puck is coming to make sure he can get around on that puck. He's naturally gifted to shoot a one-timer. I watched him do it playing junior hockey. Up in the OHL, was almost unstoppable. Watch him in the American League, got him into the All-Star game, was one of the best rookies in all the American Hockey League last year. And now he's doing it at the NHL level. So a couple of things. All of that combined with the fact that last night Dalibor Dvorsky played 14:33. 14 and a half minutes against the Edmonton Oilers, who have, by the way, maybe one of the most dangerous offensive teams overall in the NHL. He was on the ice against Connor McDavid at times when the matchups were off a little bit. So the fact that Jim Montgomery trusts him to play 14 and a half minutes, and the fact that he has been delivering instantly on that power play. Now, he didn't get a point the other night, but he was in front of the net screening the goalie when Pius Suter scored a goal on the power play. This kid, in my opinion, you find a spot for this kid.
Yeah.
And something you brought up last week, teams will have to acknowledge that shot. And they'll have to basically try and take that away, which will, I would think, open up maybe some passing lanes if he does want a one-touch pass or something to the guy in the bumper spot or something like that. But I'm glad that he has that shot-first mentality because I think the rest of the guys on the power play and on the team need to have the same type of mentality.
What I would love to see is, and it may not happen right away, but I would love to see a power play of Thomas, Falk, Dvorsky on the half wall, Jimmy Snuggerud in the bumper, and I'd put Dylan Holloway or Jake Neighbors when he's healthy in front. Reason being is Robert Thomas, he's not a one-timer guy. He's not going to shoot the one-timer. He's more of a setup guy. So when you move it over to Dvorsky and they have to respect that shot, he can then pull that fake shot and a quick little bump to the bumper position, and then Snuggy can hammer a one-timer from the middle of the diamond, which is what you want. And if they respect the shot too much and they collapse down low, now Jake Neighbors can pop down to the goal line and Dvorsky can go down low, Robert Thomas back door, you get another opportunity. They're not all automatic goals, but what they do, they're plays that cause chaos for the penalty killing unit. And that's what you want. You want to cause that chaos so that they're constantly in motion trying to get back to that perfect little diamond setup, but they're unable to. And that's where the really good power plays, they feast on that. The moment you're out of your perfect set diamond or whatever it is your coverage is going to be, now there's passing lanes, there's shooting lanes, there's opportunities to score goals. That's what Dvorsky adds to this power play.
Robert Thomas spoke last night after the game about Dvorsky's one-timer. Take a listen to what he said.
I mean, he's got a great shot, whether it's a snapshot, whether it's a one-timer. I believe his last game he hit the post, or maybe it was 2 games ago in that exact same spot. So he's dangerous, and really impressed with his confidence, his poise. He's been playing awesome for us, and super happy he got his first one.
Jamie, I wanted you to address this. So, loyal listener Wictolia in the Snake Pit said, if you will remember, Jamie, I brought up one-timers a year ago and you scoffed. Why would you scoff at her?
Wictolia, with all due respect, I don't remember.
You don't remember what happened yesterday?
I don't remember a lot of this morning.
What about the last segment? Do you remember what we did last segment?
Sports six-pack.
Nope, that's coming up. Get your questions in.
I had a 1 in 16 chance, Carey. But I've always been a big believer of a one-timer on the power play. So maybe it was a circumstance thing. I'd need context as to why I would scoff at a one-timer, because the best power plays I ever played on had a one-timer threat.
She said, I said they should put Colton Parayko in the one.
It was Parayko.
Well, that's why, because Colton Parayko has no idea where his one-timer is going. Do you want to know why? Wictolia, I'm glad you brought that up. So Colton Parayko uses a more flex now because the wrist shot is more prominent. Quick stick handle, wrist shot, wrist shot, wrist shot. You get more zip on your wrist shot with a flexible stick. So if you're passing the puck for Colton Parayko to hammer a one-timer with his flexible stick, and I've watched him do it a million times, it flies sideways, this way, that way. Now, if you watch him in a game, whenever he does shoot a one-timer, watch how slow and methodical he is, and watch how far he moves his hand down. The reason he moves his hand down is to take the waggle out of the stick. So like a golf club, if you choke down, it takes the flexibility out of it. So that's why he slides the hand down, and then he can put more body weight into it. Otherwise, he just has a much softer wind-up because he knows if I try to rip this thing, it's going to go sideways, this way, that way. Might hit somebody in the face, his own teammate. Like, he has no idea. So that's why I would scoff at the Colton Parayko one-timer. Now, Justin Falk, on the other hand, a little bit more old school. He can't wait to get that thing in the wheelhouse and hammer the one-timer. So let's use that then.
Okay, good breakdown.
There you go.
All right.
It's all about the shaft, Carey. Yep. Always has been.
I think that's what it comes down to. Sports Six Pack is next. 314-399-9646 to the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you have a question for us, feel free to send it there. Sports Six Pack Part 1 next in the Fast Line. I know you've been playing underdog when it comes to the NFL. How about the NBA, though? And if you're not playing on underdog, what are you waiting for? You can make entries, win money right here in the state of Missouri just for your NBA plays, just for your NBA hunches. If you have a hunch that Giannis goes off tonight, great. Play it at underdog, higher than 29.5 points. Or if you don't like certain matchups, maybe RJ Barry, don't love the matchup tonight against Toronto, go lower on his point total, which is 19.5, or 5.5 rebounds. Just look at the matchups, decide whether or not those numbers are a little off at underdog, and then again, you can make a bunch of money. You get entries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You play for as little as $1, in fact, but you do have to download the app, sign up using my promo code Anthony. That's it. It's my first name, Anthony, to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, just use that promo code Anthony when you play at Underdog, where you can make plays and win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms supply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing. Get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for part one of the Sports Six Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you want to send us a question, fantastic. That's how you do it. With Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter, and here's Andrew Marsh with question one.
Question number one.
From the 314, Jamie, what is the latest with Milan Lucic? I noticed that he signed a PTO with the Springfield Thunderbirds.
Yeah, so the plan for Milan Lucic when he first signed his PTO here was obviously to compete in practice and in preseason games for a regular spot on the Blues roster. He got injured, and because Milan Lucic really wants to be a St. Louis Blue, and the Blues would really like to see him fulfill that, the team and the player both agreed that he would continue to get better, get healthy. He signed another, I think, short PTO with the Blues, but it was something unique about it. He wasn't practicing with the team. He was skating on his own. And then the thought process, to my knowledge anyways, of course, I'm never in these closed-door meetings, but from what I gather, is that once he was healthy, they weren't just going to throw him in the deep end and say, hey, by the way, you're playing tomorrow night against the Washington Capitals. The thought process, you're going to go get your legs under you in the American Hockey League. And if you really want this comeback, if you really want this opportunity, you'll do that. You won't turn your nose up at it. You won't go try to sign with another team. And Milan Lucic, to his word, said, yeah, I'll do that. And now he's down in Springfield. I don't know how long he's down there for. I think it's a 10-day PTO, maybe. They have different, they have a 25 game, they have a 10 game, they have a 30-day. They have a different ones. So I'd have to dig a little deeper, but this means that if the Blues are watching these games, which they will be, and Steve Konowalchuk, the head coach, a long-time NHL player who is the head coach of the Springfield Thunderbirds, if he says, I think the big boy's ready, that's when it's going to get interesting. Because we just finished talking about Dalibor Dvorsky. I think he's a regular player. Now, Dvorsky will not be competing with the Milan Lucic. Not the same player, not the same role, so don't worry about it. But there are other people that play on that third/fourth line / extra players that would be at risk because Luch brings an element to the team that some of those guys just can't and won't. So we'll see. We wish the big man well. I'm always a fan of a comeback story. He's got his life straightened out. It looks like his family life is doing much better. He's healthy. Let's see where it goes.
Question number 2.
From a 618, does anyone know what the Cowboys are doing? Does someone need to check on Jerry?
So Jerry said something weird last week, I believe it was, where he says he likes to stir it up because the Cowboys are more interesting when he's stirring it all up, almost like a Real Housewives of like whatever, right?
It's more about the value of the team than actually winning games.
Yeah.
Like, he said, if we ain't been in the news, I'm paraphrasing, if we ain't been in the news, I like to stir bleep up to make sure we get back in the news.
Keep the Cowboys out there.
Keep the Cowboys on the front page.
I mean, that's how he's gotten the team to be so big, though.
They don't win. So
No,
who the
they haven't
hell
won in
gives a
20 plus
damn?
years.
33. 32. Like, they not winning.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
Well,
They are entertaining, though, right? We love to talk, you know what, about them.
What and what is I guess what in what context? Like, what are they doing? What are they doing by losing Arizona? They're not, or what are they doing in terms of like the deadline?
They're not winning is what they're not doing this year. They're not winning at all. They're not winning the NFC East. They're not winning a spot in the playoffs.
Let me ask you this: when did we feel like they were going to?
I felt like when they tied the Packers, and I think they played a game after
beat
that.
The Jets.
And
Is
they
that who
lost
they
to
beat
the
after
Patriots.
that?
Yeah, they beat the Jets. I mean, I think you're right. I think once they hung
tied
40 against Green Bay.
Yeah, you felt like
people thought, well, yeah, this could happen, but they have not won a road game this season. No, I'm sorry, they beat the Jets.
They got one road win, Anthony. That's a huge one.
That's against New York. Otherwise, they were Here's the thing. They hung with Philly on opening night. They barely beat a bad Giants team with Russell Wilson, by the way. They got thumped by the Bears. They tied the Packers. They beat the Jets. They lose to the Panthers. They beat a Commanders team that was starting. Well, Jaden Daniels did come back for that game before he got hurt again. Crushed by the Broncos and thoroughly beaten by the Cardinals last night. They're not real. They might be the Raiders next week, but then they got the Eagles again. They got the Chiefs, the Lions, the Vikings, the Chargers, Commanders, Giants. Good luck until those final 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, good luck. They are not a playoff team, in my opinion. They are not.
They don't have the defense.
They're not even a. I mean, they added Logan Wilson, who wasn't playing in Cincinnati. He got benched. He's the captain of the team and the starting linebacker, middle linebacker, and they benched him.
And they used him on that last tackle.
They probably could have. Got traded to the Cowboys, and then they just got Quentin Williams. So they are trying to, I guess, upgrade the interior part of their defense. But I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr., was it Deron Bland, who got just absolutely cooked on that slant route for a touchdown? I mean, Yeah, don't let him inside, man. You playing man to man. Don't let him inside. Don't jump outside and then fall over and then not even be able to compete on a slant route for a touchdown. That's the easiest touchdown Marvin Harrison Jr. is ever going to catch in his life.
Right.
Because Deron Bland just said, I'll take this play off. Like, they stink defensively.
Yeah.
So,
they do.
you know, I don't know how they get better. I don't know how those additions that they made today, maybe Quentin Williams can get to the quarterback a little bit. He does a good job at getting to the quarterback and helping stop the run. So maybe that helps the back end. But, yeah.
Good luck.
Question number 3.
From Grant Francis Fan Club, has Philip Broberg officially leapfrogged Cam Fowler to become a top 2 defenseman on the Blues?
I don't know. It's still early, but that's ultimately what you want. Like, I know you just extended Cam Fowler, but Tyler Tucker is in no way ready to leapfrog Cam Fowler into the top 4. Theo Lindstein is down in Springfield. He's probably a year or 2 away. All of the stars align properly to where once you have a young player that's ready to jump into the top 4, the Cam Fowler contract will be something that you can tolerate in your bottom pair, if that's the case, based on where the salary cap is. But yeah, the plan all along for the Blues when they went and made those offer sheets were, Philip Broberg, the primary target, was to have him in a position like this as fast as they possibly can. Wouldn't you have him there? The guy's 6'4", skates around the ice at will, handles the pucks, almost had a goal last game. I love the way Philip Broberg is playing. So has he leapfrogged him? Yeah, probably right now for the current time that it is, the present time. We'll see where it ends up ultimately, but I'm okay with it.
Did you expect Philip Broberg after last season to be in this spot right now?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
Like
I really
this quickly into the season?
Mm-hmm. Did I think Jim Montgomery would do it? Or that he would need to do it? No, I didn't think they'd need to. But I was petitioning last year, even when Fowler was playing well, to put Broberg and Parayko together. Just their size, their speed, their reach, all of that stuff together is a nightmare. Where the hell do you go out there? There's just nowhere to go. Because even when you think you can get around a guy, both of them possess the speed to track you down and run you into bad ice, and then their reach is off the chart. So what the hell do you do? The real estate available is minimal.
What do you expect? I'll bring up Logan Mailloux here. Obviously, his timeline is behind Philip Broberg, but do you expect him to be Philip Broberg, or do you think that he can be a different type of defenseman?
So he's going to be slightly different because he's way more physical than Philip Broberg. Logan Mailloux prefers to run through you than to just cut you off. Now, if he ends up being as talented and all those things, but that's maybe second half of the season, maybe next year. But the good thing about Logan Mailloux is he's a big dude, strong, and he skates really well too. So the common theme here that Army and the Blues have done with their defense core is they've gotten bigger and faster. Think about that. A couple of years ago, the Blues defense was small. You had a bunch of little guys out there. Now you've gotten, I'm being serious, now you've gotten bigger, and your big guys are your best skaters, which is crazy. It's like Jay Bouwmeester. That's why Jay Bouwmeester was so good for so long. He's 6'4" and could skate as good as anybody in the NHL. By the way, I saw Jay Bouwmeester not too long ago, Western Canada. He looks good. He's doing well.
Good.
So for anybody wondering.
Excellent.
Jay Bo looks fantastic. He's doing some work with the Blues and still just a great dude.
Yeah, excellent. That's good to hear. We have part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Keep those questions coming in. And we'll have part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack next. Jamie, I know that you get this question a lot from, friends and people that know that we have Stewie. I certainly get this question too, but let's just go right to the source here. Our guy Stewie's on the line. Stewie, I'm always asked about cash out refinances, what it entails, what good time is it, what programs. Take over, man. What do we need to know?
Specific case we're going to talk about, but getting cash out on your house is always an important thing for home improvements, debt consolidations. You hear about it all the time. What people don't know is when you pay off a home equity line of credit, that's also considered a cash out loan. So even though you're not getting money in your pocket, you're getting penalized on the higher rate. A cash out refinance is a higher rate than taking an existing mortgage and redoing it. But here's the greatest part. You do a cash-out refinance right now, you pay the higher rate, you get the better deal, you save on the interest. Overall, do it for free with the bagel loan. 6 months from now, you can redo it again. Even if the rates don't drop, you can get a better rate because at that time you're eligible for a rate and term refinance, which is the better deal, all free with the bagel loan. You don't have to worry about the fees. You can get yourself in a better position. Big bam boom. Life is great.
Yeah, life is great when you got Stewie in your corner.
Absolutely.
That's what I always tell people because everything that Stewie just said, I had no idea what that was.
Well, I was trying to tell you, remember?
No, you weren't,
I wasn't.
Anthony, you weren't.
No.
That's when I said, never mind, we're going to call Stewie.
Yeah, good call.
And that's why we call Stewie, and you should too. His number, personal number, by the way, 314-324-4440.
Again, that phone number, 314-324-4440.
If you can't remember that, Stewie just talked about the bagel loan. What can you do, Anthony?
You can always Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a good night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Blues defeat the Edmonton Oilers last night by a final score of 3-2. Dalibor Dvorsky scored his first NHL goal. We talked about him earlier in the show. If you missed that segment or if you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Blues back in action tomorrow, taking on the Washington Capitals. Pregame starts at 5:30. Puck drop is at 6:30. Tonight we have some college hoops for you. Duke and Texas. Pregame starts at 7. Tip-off 7:45. We have part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Part 2 of the Six-Pack is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin Heating and Air Conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN, and we have part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack, 314-399-9646 of the Air Comfort Service text line. Keep those questions coming in. Marsh, question 4, please.
Question number 4.
How about a Mizzou question, guys? Sure. All right, we get a text from the 636. Would Mizzou benefit if Kirby Moore takes a head coaching job? His play calling has been confusing and borderline criminal.
Oh, wow.
Borderline.
Probably going to be hard for him to get a head coaching job if that's what you feel about his play calling. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the right answer right there. Yeah, definitely. My question would be, how much is it the play calling and how much of it is the play of the QB?
This is what I always tell people when people complain about the play calling. As a coach, you know the capabilities and the limitations of your players. You as a fan might say, well, why don't they do this or why aren't they doing that? Well, because at some point in practice, they probably tried it and realized, we can't do that because our players aren't capable of doing that. They are limited in this area. And I'm not saying that that's the case in this situation. I don't know. But I do know as a play caller, the things that fans see that should be called, coaches see it too. And if they ain't calling it, it's not because they're just ignorant to the fact that, this play is open. It might be because, you know what, I got a quarterback that can't read that defense, or he's unable to get to that second receiver, or whatever the case may be. Maybe he can't audible and come out of this specific play when we see this specific coverage. So it could be a multitude of things, or it could be just that he's bad. And if he's bad, he's probably going to lose his job. But I don't think you have to worry about him getting a head coaching job if you feel like his play calling has been abysmal.
Yeah. You'd have to really study the film to understand whether or not Bo Pribula, because I'm not going to talk about Zollers, if Bo Pribula was not seeing the field correctly. And I don't know. I haven't seen the all-22 on every single pass that Bo Pribula has made. But it did feel like, given some of the replays, the very limited replays that were shown against the Alabama game, that there were some vertical shots that Bo Pribula either didn't see or didn't take for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And that will limit you. I mean, Carey knows there's passing concepts. The passing concepts are supposed to work against certain defenses.
Yep.
If you call the right passing concept against that defense, you're going to have somebody open. So was that the case and guys were open, or was it just limited play calling, unimaginative, and the defensive coordinator and defense knew exactly what's going to happen on every play?
Right.
I highly doubt it's the latter. But ultimately, Carey's right. If the guy can't call plays, he ain't going to be a head coach.
Yeah.
Question 5, please.
Question number 5.
All right, from the 636, considering Connor Bedard has thus far struggled with faceoffs and defense, two things Dvorsky appears to do well, could Dalibor Dvorsky end up not only being the steal of the 2023 draft, but the best player?
Well, I don't know about that. It's a tough call because Connor Bedard can still be shifted over to the wing and be a 100-point player at some point in time. Although I said long before Connor Bedard was drafted first overall, I said I don't see it translating in the NHL for a while. It hasn't. He's got high-end skill that shows itself from time to time, but overall his game is still a long ways away from being that superstar of the era, as they were calling him. I just don't think that to be true. I think Macklin Celebrini is actually a better player than him currently. So as far as Dalibor Dvorsky is concerned, I'm not worried about comparing him to Bedard or anybody else in the draft class. How about he ends up being a regular NHLer that's getting you 60 to 80 points a year and call it a day?
Yeah.
Some other names in that 2023 NHL entry draft. You have Leo Carlsson of the Anaheim Ducks. He has 90 points right now in 142 games as a Duck. You have Adam Fantilli with Columbus.
Oof.
Will Smith with San Jose. Matvei Michkov with the Flyers. Zach Benson with the Sabres. Another guy that we just saw twice, actually, a defenseman, Axel Sandin Pellikka. He's only played in 13 games, but he looked like a pretty solid young player.
And just if you stick to like Leo Carlsson, I think Leo Carlsson so far this season has like 16 points in 10 games or something for the Ducks.
Pretty good player.
Maybe even more. He's a hell of a player.
Not saying that Dalibor Dvorsky can't be of the same ilk. He hasn't played as many games yet.
Yeah, and I don't project him to be a Leo Carlsson. Leo Carlsson's a 100 to 110 point player is what you're looking at probably long term. Like I said about Dalibor Dvorsky, if he can be a 60 to 80, 60 to 85 point player, I mean that's basically Jordan Kyrou. Robert Thomas right now. I mean, I think you'd take that.
And the thing with that 2023 draft, we're mentioning some of the high-end players. One thing that these teams don't have, though, they didn't have 3 draft picks in the first round that year. You have Dvorsky, Otto Stenberg, and Theo Lindstein.
And they'll all be on your roster here in the next 2 years to 3 years.
Pretty good draft for the Blues that year.
Yeah, really good draft.
Definitely. Yeah. Real nice.
Real nice, Clark.
Jacking on the bone.
Number 6.
This is an interesting question from Thanks Dad. Do you guys feel that of the sports you cover, people know the least about hockey?
People definitely think they know the most about baseball.
Oh, yeah. What are you saying?
Well, no, but I think baseball, we've said it on these airwaves. Like, baseball is a sport where every single decision the manager makes, we can scrutinize because we talk about it, we hear about it.
Plus, we know the outcome.
Plus, we already know the outcome.
Like, why did you use that guy? It didn't work.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
that's difficult.
Why did you pinch run for a couple of your best players?
So I think. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
No, I'm just saying.
Marshy.
It could have been anybody. I was saying the same thing.
He was. It's still sore. It's still a sore soft spot for old Jamie Barry Rivers here.
Yeah. If you're wanting me to leave the show for the rest of the day, you just keep that crap up.
And you'll absolutely leave.
I'll absolutely leave, despite you, Marshy. Okay? Sorry, boys. I'll have to do it.
I don't think that's all it takes.
Have champagne.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I was on the show the whole time. Hey.
Yeah. Were you? Sound like you're in a dryer.
I know it.
Carey and I were the only people left. I was driving the show.
It was
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to let you disrespect my guy, Anthony.
I said he had to go handle his under 13-year-old children to do trick-or-treating.
Under 10.
Under 10.
No, hang on.
They're not even double digits yet.
I'm sorry,
Your kids
Carey.
are how old?
I didn't know.
What was that?
Hang on. We're holding hands. Okay?
What happened here?
It's like something out of the Sistine Chapel.
I didn't know that you and Marshy couldn't handle what I learned today in the 3 stars.
We did handle it. We handled it well.
Yeah, but why are you crying?
I'm not. I'm just saying, you're talking about leaving the show. I said, again?
Yeah, no, that's
Some people say, some people call that
leaving.
Some people call that talking crap. Other people call it an observation.
Yeah, I can observe a lot of things too, Marshy.
Do we answer the question?
I don't even know what the question was.
I can't remember.
Something about hockey. Yeah.
So I'll say this.
Do they know the least?
How did we get there?
To put a bow on this, I think that hockey on the surface, people know the least about, But if you really dive into like the whole systems and playbook and all, I think football is by far the most complicated based on that.
Yeah, you're probably right, because there are a lot of nuanced things that take place in football that it is difficult to explain, if you're not able to just really watch the film and kind of dive into it. But I do think hockey, I think baseball, everyone thinks they know everything. Basketball, basketball is pretty easy to follow.
Who wants to follow that?
Yeah, you do. You'll be watching the play-in tournament.
Football, there's more scheme styles, from team to team. Like hockey, Jamie, I think you've kind of explained it. Like, there's only so many systems that you can play.
Yeah.
That there's only X amount of things you can do with 5 players.
As far as the rules go, for like certain people who are just watching,
because
some of the rules are funky.
I saw some holding and some grabbing yesterday, and they weren't called.
Well, where were you?
I was watching the game. I was at home.
You're watching the game.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were
talking about hockey. They were holding them. They were grabbing. What's a hook? Well, who's getting hooked? Who's holding it?
That's a referee problem.
Yeah.
Not a rule problem. That's a referee problem.
Well, that's a penalty.
It's just like in the NFL, like on every play, you could call a hold.
You could. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, so sometimes the refs are like, yeah.
So keep this game going.
I got a date,
Things to do.
The 618 says it's hockey because very few listeners have actually played hockey.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure a lot of our listeners have played Little League football or high school football, JV football.
Baseball for sure.
Baseball for sure.
Yeah. Basketball.
Yeah. You're right. Hockey's still a growing sport.
Dr. Xander's the hockey guy can be pretty insufferable. I don't think hockey guy, quote unquote, is
baseball guy's worse.
Baseball guy.
I'm thinking of somebody else.
It starts with an S. Could start with an F. Depends on where you're at.
I'm lost.
Just head downtown.
There's a certain fan that can get real uppity real quick.
Carey, use your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick.
You make me so fast.
You better talk about my sport or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And then you start talking about their sport and keep my sport out your damn mouth or I'll kill you.
Yeah, those people are violent.
So Alexandra Daddario asks, speaking of not knowing about hockey, why do the Blues only enter the zone with the dump and chase? It just seems like we cannot enter the zone clean ever without dumping in the corner majority of the time. It leads to the other team going the other way. So the Vancouver Canucks play a 1-3-1 as far as their neutral zone forecheck. The Columbus Blue Jackets play a 1-1-3, which means one player up in the offense, one player in the neutral zone, and 3 players across the blue line, which means you can't enter the zone clean. Very seldom. And the 1-3-1 is basically you've just moved that up to center ice, which means you have to chip the puck behind them. So that's why the dump and chase has been more prominent recently, because certain teams are adopting a little bit of a not different style, but unique neutral zone forecheck so that you're forced to get the puck behind them and go get it.
Yeah.
By the way, that's not the real Alexandra Daddario texting.
I wish it was. I'm a great person.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Does what the Jets...
Really smart.
Yes. The Jets unloaded a couple of players today. Now, they didn't wind up trading Garrett Wilson. However...
He's pissed.
Get me out of here. But does tearing it down to the studs, basically, and get a bunch of draft compensation, does that make more sense than a quote-unquote soft rebuild like we've seen recently, especially with the baseball team here? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, I was at the gym this morning, and every so often it happens. We get a guy that comes up, and this guy happened to be a former DEA agent. He's retired now, and he's getting back into the gym, but he's like, I don't feel right. He's like, I listened to you guys on your show. You talked about this mentality. He's like, does it really work, though, or are you just making it up? first of all, we don't make up anything. We're going to support a product on the show. We believe in it. Second of all,
we make up stuff during the show.
Yeah, but not our commercials.
But no, we absolutely do not make up anything for
I swear, by mentality. Yeah. I know you do too. And I told him the process is simple. You go in there, get your blood panel. He couldn't believe it. He goes, it's that easy? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, the people are kind of cool. No, the people are amazing.
Fantastic.
They're what make it tick, because if it was uncomfortable or whatnot, I don't know if I'd really follow up with it or go, and yourself too. So I steered him to the Chesterfield location, a little bit closer, but I know, Anthony, you go to South County.
And sometimes I'll run into people in the South County location of Mentality, and they're like, oh, you do come in. Yep, every single week. The program is fantastic. And like you said, Jamie, I wouldn't invest the time. You and I are very busy. We wouldn't invest the time to go down there and continue to take a product. It doesn't work. It's incredible. My energy throughout the course of the week, fantastic. When it comes to my mood, stabilization, all that, great. You and I no longer snapping at each other. We snap at each other. We just don't snap at other people. Exactly, yeah. But if you're low in testosterone, a lot of times you could be dragging throughout the course of the day, and you feel it. Stop putting up with that. Do something that actually works. Head down to Mentality. Like Jamie said, 2 different locations. I'm out in South County. You're out in Chesterfield area. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio right now. You can book your appointment. When we do head down there, tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you in there. They'll talk to you about the program. They'll take the test. They'll run you through all the lab stuff. They make it easy for you. If you're low on testosterone, jump on the program. You'll see the results very quickly. It's Mentality. Jets made a couple of big moves today. They sent Sauce Gardner, top cornerback, to the Colts in exchange for A.D. Mitchell, the wide receiver, and 2 first-round picks. The first-round picks obviously being the top compensation in that deal. They also sent defensive tackle Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys in exchange for another defensive tackle, as well as a 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 first-round pick. So the Jets are loading up, and I don't blame them. Yes, Sauce Gardner makes you better. Yes, Quinnen Williams makes you better. They're not going anywhere. They're terrible.
Yep.
They need a complete reset. Paying Sauce Gardner all that money when they just don't have a team. You have a collection of talent and you're not that talented. So why not trade off the pieces that can get you top compensation? It makes sense. Does it make more sense what they're doing in kind of liquidating everything they have, or does it make sense to do a soft rebuild, which is what we've seen from some of the local teams?
So I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if this feels like a soft rebuild.
That's what I'm saying. What they're doing is a full rebuild,
like here it is,
full teardown.
Yeah, so over the next 2 years, 2026, 2 first-round picks. 2026, 2 second-round picks. 2027, 3 first-round picks. Mm-hmm. So whether they use that to actually pick players, or if the second round of first-round picks in 2027, they use one of those to acquire a player because they have a first-round pick, the New York Jets could finally be doing things the right way. I feel like they've needed to do this exact thing for, 10, 15 years?
Yeah. They have not made the playoffs since 2010. They've not had a winning season since 2015.
Okay, so there you go.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been. And good for them. Like you said, they have 4 first-round picks over the next couple of years. Like, you got your own pick, the Dallas Cowboys pick, the Indianapolis Colts pick. Like, you are going to be able to set yourself, now assuming that you draft the right players. Because there's always
the flip side.
You got 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks in next year's draft. With those 4 players, those should be 4 core players that are going to be on your roster for the next 5 to 7 years.
What quarterback would be your first one right now out of college?
You know what?
Because that's what they need.
That's the hardest part for me, because I don't think any college football quarterback this year stands out to the point. Like, you started out with Gus Nussmeier and Arch Manning as saying those were the 2. And then you went to you've had a couple of other. Julian Sayin is not able to come out. I think he's only a sophomore.
Is that the Oklahoma guy?
John Mateer. He was hot early. And
you had Drew Aller at Penn State, who's hurt now. Like, you've had a bunch of guys that have just been okay. None of them, in my opinion, are locked down
like
as
franchise quarterback.
I don't see any of them being that.
The best one's got to be Mendoza.
But here's the thing about Mendoza. The offense that he plays in benefits what he does best. Mm. He gets the ball out of his hands quickly. And I was telling we had a game, my son plays 8th grade football. I was telling the quarterback this the other day, Sunday. I said, hey, man, you realize you can throw a ball 5 yards and the receiver runs 75. You know how far a touchdown that is, right? It's an 80-yard touchdown.
You're getting your
You don't
yards.
got to throw it 80 yards for it to be considered an 80-yard touchdown. And Mendoza understands that. He throws the ball to his receivers in the flat, on a slant, and he allows his athletic receivers to catch that ball and make plays. So it's not, in my opinion, the offense that Mendoza is in is perfect for him. And when I started hearing his name as being the first quarterback taken, I'm like, buyer beware. Because I don't think that just based off of what I've seen from him, I think the system that he's in is perfect for him because he gets the ball out right now. But when you get to the next level, you're not going to be running RPO schemes at the NFL level. You're going to be throwing the ball downfield on time, on target, based on the coverage and the defense that you're facing. And I haven't seen enough of that from Fernando Mendoza to say, yeah, he's a solidified number 1 overall pick for whatever team's taking him at quarterback.
So then what's the play, right? Because when I look at this, and just like you said, you don't see the franchise quarterback. So if you've got these 4 high picks, 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, odds are your team's going to improve.
Yeah.
Then you might just be good enough to screw yourself out of a franchise quarterback the following year.
Yeah, and that's the tough part, right? Because this is how the Jets have wound up in issues, having so many troubles before,
what's the play
right?
Then?
They are going to take a quarterback. And they have to hope that he plays out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you have to hope and pray that it's the right guy.
I don't like that strategy.
That's the traditional route. You could also just build the team first. And I know that's frustrating because if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have anything.
Is this a situation where you go get Mac Jones?
Or right. So you build the team, you find a reclamation project, you hope you strike it like Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones
Baker.
now. Baker Mayfield, of course. You go that route. That might be the play. Unless you are in love with the QB, you feel like he's the dude.
4 players that you aren't going to necessarily completely move the needle in a year. You go through the heartache again.
Yeah.
And then you get 3 stabs at a franchise quarterback the following year.
Build the O-line, build the defense, get pass rushers, all that stuff. Like
stuff that's not going to move the needle per se.
But as soon as you have the quarterback, then all of a sudden all that makes sense.
Okay.
You don't need 400 wide receivers. There's so many teams.
Who would be the quarterback 2 years from now then?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. We don't know.
It feels like to me that in years past, like the hype around a quarterback is usually before he's even NFL eligible.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy. And to CD's point, I don't know who the guy is this year. Who's the guy?
I'm looking at some names. Dante Moore from Oregon has been a name, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think he's tough as nails. I don't know what he projects to be at the next level. Mendoza, who you mentioned, Lenore Sellers from South Carolina has been.
Yeah, he's had a rough year.
He was supposed to be a Heisman Trophy candidate this year. He hasn't played to that level. And then Ty Simpson was another name from Alabama that some people were saying potentially the first quarterback taken. Like, so if you don't, like, you got a bunch of guys that you have no clue who is going to be.
Did the Jets go and get Shadur Sanders?
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
And say, what the hell? We'll give it a shot? Because obviously the Browns aren't.
Build the team first. Build the team. Build it up.
Just a thought, Anthony. You didn't have to hate it.
I didn't even crush it.
The way you act was weird.
Is there a quarterback in college football that is along the same lines of, like, they don't play for a good team, but they have the
Patrick Mahomes, that type?
I was thinking more of like a Josh Allen or hell, even Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco played FCS.
Right.
Carson Wentz, not saying that you want Carson Wentz, but when the Eagles drafted him, he was a pretty damn good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He was an MVP candidate till he tore his ACL in L.A.
Even Dak Prescott, when he played at Mississippi State, it's not like Dak Prescott, that team wasn't,
right.
College football.
Those guys tend to be
one of college football's best.
Those guys not every time, but those guys tend to be better in the NFL because they've been through the ringer. Mm-hmm. They've played behind battle lines. They have had to elevate their team at that level, as opposed to playing at Alabama, where all your wide receivers are always wide open, and you have 42 seconds to find said open wide receivers. Yeah, not always, but sometimes.
Maybe the quarterback's already on the roster.
Doubt it.
Tyrod Taylor?
No.
Brady Cook.
We need a new Gauntlet contestant. 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. Feel free to, if you want to play in the Gauntlet, send us a text. You might have an opportunity to play one of us next in the Gauntlet on 101 ESPN.
players, 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
406, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Jake. What's up, Jake?
What's happening, gentlemen? How we doing?
We're doing great, man. Appreciate you listening. Thank you for playing. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me in round 1 of the Gauntlet?
Carey Davis.
All right, Jake, good luck.
You too, sir.
All right, so Carey's going to head into the cone of silence. Jake, you're going to tell Andrew Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Marsh.
Spin it, Marshy. Spin it.
Come on, Marshy.
There we go. Jake, what are you hoping for from the wheel today?
I mean, honestly, whatever.
Smart play. Smart play by Jake.
So, what's the real answer now?
Now that the wheel stopped, what's the real answer?
I mean, if I'm being totally honest, like, I know Carey's obviously Super Bowl champ. Football is one of my stronger suits, baseball, but, like, random's a hit or miss. And then, I mean, if I got to go up against Carey in hockey, hockey's my week, so.
Okay, well,
it's not hockey. It's not football, though.
Nope.
It's baseball. How do you feel?
I can live with baseball, yeah.
All right, let's go.
You're going to get 4 baseball-related questions today. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. Jake, if you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, question 1. Eric Karros is the Los Angeles Dodgers all-time home run king with 270 blasts. What was his position on the diamond? So where did Eric Karros play?
Outfield, is that too generic?
Yes.
Looking for a specific. Okay. Left field, final answer.
All right, Jake. Question 2. Walt Weiss has been named the Braves' new manager. He's just Atlanta's 4th skipper since 1990, following Bobby Cox, Brian Snitker, and who else?
Unfortunately, I wasn't born yet. Let me take the options.
That's no excuse. Anyways, here are your options. Gene Lamont, Freddie Gonzalez, or Ozzie Guillen?
Ooh. I'll go... What were the options again?
Gene Lamont, Freddie Gonzalez, or Ozzie Guillen?
And this is before Snedker, you said?
I just said there's 3 others that before the new manager. Those managers were Bobby Cox, Snitker, and one other individual. Who was that?
Gotcha. No, I was just making sure it was the one before him.
And I'm making sure I don't screw it up, buddy.
No, you're good. One more time with the options. Sorry about that.
Gene Lamont, Freddie Gonzalez, or Ozzie Guillen?
I will say Freddie Gonzalez.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right.
Question number 3. Can you give us the year in which Terry Pendleton took home National League MVP honors and won the batting crown at .319?
Maybe with the options.
Options are 1990, 1991, or 1993.
$1993. Final answer.
I get choked up sometimes.
Yeah, because you get emotional.
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
You okay?
You all right,
I just
bud?
appreciate everybody listening and coming on and battling as hard as they can. It just gets me.
It's
Jamie.
dusty.
It's somebody's cutting onions. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Jake. Question 4. Identify the only member of the 2025 Cardinals to record more than 1 triple.
Ooh. Well, I would narrow that. More than 1 triple. I know this is going to be a Stalter answer. I feel like.
Oh, wow.
I feel. I want to say it was like a Gorman or Herrera or something. It wasn't somebody you would think it is. Because they happen pretty close to each other. I take the option. Oh, man, it's bothering me because I know. I'm going to. Oh.
Shot clock, Jake.
No, I know. Let me go with Nolan Gorman. Final answer.
All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Let's bring back Carey Davis. Jake, how you feeling?
I would have preferred more 21st century questions, but I'll take it.
Well, Jake's really complaining today, isn't he? He wants to be born before the questions.
No, listen, he answered.
It helps. It helps.
He answered honestly when I asked him.
Yeah.
You know,
CD's back, guys. Everybody be quiet.
All right. Carey's back from the Icona Silence.
We're good?
Carey, how was it?
Me and Ryder just hanging out.
Cutting
Two
it up?
dudes talking.
What are you talking about?
Life.
Yeah, what kind?
Love and the pursuit of happiness, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The right to do the things you need to do to live a good life. You know? Yeah.
All right, Carey, your category is baseball.
Pack a lunch, buddy.
Had baseball yesterday.
Yeah. You complaining too?
Nah, I love baseball.
It's in theme right now.
Question 1. Eric Karros is the Los Angeles Dodgers all-time home run king with 270 blasts. What was his position on the diamond?
Was he a third baseman? I feel like he was a third baseman. I think he was a first baseman. Not a shortstop. Second base. Let's go third baseman. Final answer.
All right, Gary. Question 2. Walt Weiss has been named the Braves' new manager. He's just Atlanta's 4th skipper since 1990, following Bobby Cox, Brian Snitker, and what other individual?
Ooh. Thought you were going to ask me where he played. Options.
Is it Gene Lamont, Freddie Gonzalez, or Ozzie Guillen?
I think it was Ozzie. What? Can you give me the first two names again?
Bobby Cox and Brian Snitker.
No. The options. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, Carey.
I apologize.
No problem.
For the confusion.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Gene Lamont, Freddie Gonzalez, or Ozzie Guillen?
Let's go Freddie. Final answer.
Question number 3. Can you give us the year in which Terry Pendleton took home National League MVP honors and won the batting crown at .319?
Who was he playing for?
We'll ask the questions.
Okay.
Tell him.
A large part of me wants to say like 94. But a part of me should get the options because there are a lot of years. Yeah. With the Braves. 94 is just, options.
Options are 1990, 1991, or 1993.
Okay, well, I'm glad I took the options. I think it's with the Braves. 93. Final answer.
Final question. Identify the only member of the 2025 Cardinals to record more than one triple.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who actually did hit a triple. Hell. You just don't have to give me the options. I'm going to guess on this one.
Was it Victor Scott, Nolan Gorman, or Alec Burleson?
Burley's a big fella. Be lumbering around there more than one time. Victor Scott would be just the obvious answer, right? You gotta put the ball in play a lot, though. I don't think Burley had more than one, if he even had one. But Burley is the outlier. What was Gorman? Dang it. Finkel and Einhorn. Burley. Victor Scott, final answer. That's a guess. I don't know.
All right, let's go over these. Walt Weiss has been named the Braves' new manager. He's just Atlanta's fourth skipper since 1990, following Bobby Cox, Brian Snitker, and who else? You both took the options. You both said Freddie Gonzalez. Correct answer is
Freddie Gonzalez.
Nice job. 1-1 tie between you two. Can you give us the year in which Terry Pendleton took home National League MVP honors and won the batting crown at .319? Carey, after saying 1994 and then asking for the options, settled on 1993. Jake also said 93. Correct answer is...
It is 1991.
Damn it, man.
So we're still tied. 1-1. Eric Karros is the Los Angeles Dodgers' all-time home run king with 270 blasts. What was his position on the diamond? Without the options, Jake said left field. Without the options, Carey said third base.
Should have took the options.
Correct answer is...
First base.
First base is the correct answer.
Third base an option?
Yep.
Yep.
So is right field.
So it comes down to this. Identify the only member of the 2025 Cardinals to record more than one triple. Without the options, Jake said Nolan Gorman.
Wow. And he was an option.
With the options, Carey said Alec Burleson, then Victor Scott. Final answer. So his answer was Victor Scott with the options. If it's Gorman, Jake wins. If it's Scott, the obvious answer, Carey wins.
Too obvious.
Jake.
Walk it off.
No, of course it was Alec Burleson. It was Alec Burleson with 2.
Dude, you were so close.
I knew it was Burley.
You couldn't get final answer. Oh my golly!
So this is how we're gonna play it. Closest to the pin, tiebreaker. Actually, first let me explain.
Make sure Jake's aware of what's going on.
Jake, you hold off on your answer, okay? Carey's going to write down his answer first. Once Carey shows us his answer, then we'll ask you for your answer. And again, it's going to be closest to the pin. Are you ready?
We need that answer immediately.
Yes.
Carey?
Yes,
I'm just saying.
No, just saying.
He forgot to say that.
He did. That's his fault.
It's his fault.
Oh, I trust Jake.
All right.
Carey, you ready?
Sure.
Jake, you ready?
Buddy, ready.
Here we go. How many pitches did Fernando Venezuela throw in his complete game victory over the Yankees in the 1981 World Series? How many pitches did Fernando Venezuela throw in his complete game victory against the Yankees in the 1981 World Series?
Okay. We got an answer
Carey,
from
we have
Carey.
his answer. What is yours, Jake?
121.
Okay. Jake said 121. Carey, you wrote down?
134. You need a calculator?
Jake.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Not today.
Marcy, the correct answer is?
It is 146.
146. Carey wins by virtue of his 134 answer. Jake, I'm sorry. Carey gets it today in overtime.
Hey, man, they'd never throw 140s in the 21st century, so.
Sure, you're screwed from the get-go here, Jake.
Good job, and by the way, Jake, while you're still on the line, I want to, on behalf of the text line and the snake pit, I want to apologize to you because a lot of people, because you took your time with the answers, thought you were cheating. Clearly, you only got one right, so you weren't cheating.
Right, my 1 point was really, I went out on a limb there.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew that we're getting that apology for you.
We can usually tell.
I mean, it takes some common sense and everything. Like I was saying with that triples one, I knew it wasn't one of those guys that you would think. And I was just trying to go back into it. Of course, easier in the summer when it happens, but.
Sure. That's all good. Well, Jake, we appreciate you listening. Thanks for playing, and we will hopefully get another shot at some point.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good rest of your show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
Right, see you, Jake.
Sorry for sliding Mississippi State, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that's not my guys, but I do remember that team pretty well.
They're actually pretty solid team.
Yeah.
So they lost to Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, I got boat race that game.
A lot of teams do.
Jake, thank you, man.
Yep, take it easy.
All right. We got What's Trending. Carey, nice job, by the way. Congratulations. We got What's Trending next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
All right, it is that time of year where people think, I can't put my house on the market now. It's no good. No, now is the time. Think about it. Less inventory means your property, probably the most attractive one out there. But don't take my advice. Trust the expert Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. She's going to tell you the same thing. And Gloria is also going to sit down with you and go over your home and talk about maybe some small improvements that can make it look better, easier to sell. And then she's going to sit down and figure out the price. And that's really what matters, because when you price your home accordingly, you sell fast, you make the most money, you get to the closing table, and you get to do whatever you want to. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, changing cities, whatever, doesn't matter. But people who don't price their home accordingly either leave money on the table or sit on the market forever. And you don't want that. So trust Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Give her a call. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Guys, did you see that Tom Brady cloned his dog?
Yes.
He said it. Now, was he serious?
I don't know.
Like, has anybody seen the actual footage of him saying this? I know that Dave Portnoy from Barstool was on it, and he had a whole, not rant, but he had a discussion saying that he loves dogs and he loves Tom Brady. And he's like, but this is just too much. So I don't know. Can you do that?
Apparently, so Brady made the announcement on the same day that Colossal Biosciences, a venture capital-backed biotech startup, made an acquisition of another animal cloning firm, Viagen Pets and Equine. Anyways,
sure.
Basically, Brady said, "I love my animals. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed." So
okay, so it's kind of like the old Jurassic Park here a little bit, huh?
I guess.
I guess.
I don't know what the man's
Are we
done.
not? I don't know, man.
If you guys
I wouldn't tell anybody.
If you guys could clone a person or an animal or whatever, who would you clone?
Myself.
No, but seriously.
Get more stuff done.
Yeah.
But which one is you, the real you?
Doesn't matter.
The one that is not
the big
running.
Look for the guy.
the big cocky fat A. The other one's nice.
Look for the one version of Anthony that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's the real one.
Bingo.
He's got all the other ones doing the work.
I'll do
the things you
I
want
want to do.
Yeah, coach the Falcons.
Yeah.
On Sundays.
Go to the kids' sporting events and things like that. Good to go.
Better make sure you're the one doing all the good things.
It's basically yes, because it's like what's that one movie? Multiplicity. Yeah. Things can get out of hand. Yeah.
Who's going to be here working with us?
Oh, I'll be here. The real me.
No, you'll be with.
I know the real Jamie won't be here.
Jamie, yeah.
I want to clone myself, like 3 or 4 of us, and go out together.
You guys quadruple.
Some say you don't even need to.
You know, you're right. Sometimes it feels like there's more than one person in the room.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, one Jamie.
It's happened.
Yeah.
I find this weird.
It is weird.
It's very weird.
But Jamie's right. Did he actually say it? Did he say it?
Did he actually do it?
Did he actually do it? Or is he...
It's from ESPN.com.
No, but hang on. There's a difference. So if you read between the lines on this, and my business brain is clicking in right now, Tom Brady has money that he's invested into one of these companies.
He's tied up in one
of these companies.
And wants you to know that it works.
So whether it does or not, or whether it actually happened or not, maybe he does have a clone dog. Maybe he doesn't. But
as long as you believe that there's one.
You might buy stock in said company saying, oh, my God, imagine how many people love their dogs right now and how sad you get when you have to part with your dog. I know I cry. I do. I'm a baby. I just love my dogs. But what if I knew that a year from now, I have the same dog, basically same size and all that?
Would you want that?
Some of them, yeah. Some of them, no.
But you would know that it's a clone.
Exactly.
It's not the same.
But
why don't you just get a new dog that looks exactly the same?
Does it wag its damn tail and greet you?
Do you name it the same?
No, that would be weird.
Like, is it the same name?
You just forever,
does the dog
like it's a vampire dog? You just
does
keep
the dog
cloning
know that it's not the original?
But eventually, the dog.
You have to sit down and tell it.
How does that? By the way, are there any
you're not the original
deformities
Bowser.
or any malfunctions with this clone?
If you're
animal?
using the same cells, then
it's the same
it's
dog.
the same exactly. So,
but it's not the same.
Does it have the same
spirit.
memories?
No, it's not the same spirit, I guess. But.
And does it have the same memories?
But it's not like you're starting over. It's not like Jamie gets a dog that is now 1. Whatever age the dog was when Jamie
you get the best version?
No, you get that version.
And then it just lives
so
for
if the
another...
dog is 13 when he passes, Jamie gets the clone, which is also 13.
I think Marsh had a really good
question.
like the memories.
DNA from like when it's a year old.
That would be different.
And then you just keep it in a freezer.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, no, it would start up I would assume, I'm not an expert on cloning by any means, but I would assume.
What do you mean?
I'm shocked. None of us are experts on cloning since we're all sitting here.
I would assume that it starts as a young pup again, and it's just a cycle. But the thing is, I brought up the whole memory. Yeah, why would you want another 13-year-old dog? It'll just die again.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm reading through some of this.
That's what I'm saying.
The
If it's
DNA
cloned,
is transposed. It's a puppy form. So they fertilize egg, and it's like a whole process.
So it has to
it's
go.
It's literally like Jurassic Park
through the entire life cycle again.
Correct.
But if you're copying the cells from the older dog, it's not like you can reverse the. This
Anthony,
isn't Benjamin
that's what you're
Button.
saying. What if you're taking the cells from a young dog?
Well, that's different.
But that's what we're saying.
Well, say it
Your
better.
dog is old. For some reason, you have
I
a
don't have a
13-year-old dog. I know. Well,
It's your dog in this example. But it's got to be your bull.
You're right. But if we really follow everything here, what's the one rule? Follow
the money.
Okay. Biotech company that Tom Brady is an investor in.
There you go.
There we go.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
And we would get an Australian Shepherd, which we know is the most popular dog
It
in
is
Missouri.
not.
At least in 2024.
So hang on, guys. One step further with this.
Oh boy.
Based on the fact that Tom seems like, I don't know, he's getting younger every year. Do you think
that was my next question. That was my next question.
The real Tom Brady is somewhere else in the world.
The real Tom Brady broke down years ago.
Yeah.
When they finished their first
TB12
Yes.
was the rebirth.
Yes.
Of the
clone.
there you go.
Good call.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Wait, that would actually be crazy.
It didn't happen.
Nuts.
Nothing like that.
You'll know it if he comes back and plays next year.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? He's running faster than ever.
Yeah.
So we get a text from the 636. Animal science major here. Genetically same dog. Phenotypically not the same dog, meaning could have a different temperament, color, and so on and so forth.
See, so it's not the same dog. So why not just get a new dog?
Right.
If the
Because
temperament
it's
is
not
not
going to
the
make
same,
Tom money.
but if it could be a different color. And it's not the same temperament. If it doesn't have the same memories, like if this pup doesn't know that it likes pup cups from Starbucks, then is it the same dog?
Does,
you know it. You're actually right.
You got to be
They
careful
are.
with the pup cups. I learned this the hard way. I turned to him. I was like, "Oh, here you go!" And they plop, 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 and there was pup cup all over my damn truck. So I was like, "No. From now on,
Sounds like a problem.
I hold my hand out the window,
yeah.
and then it still slops all over the side of your vehicle." But it's
Better on
nice
the
of them to
outside
have
than
that for the
inside.
dogs. It's very nice. Yeah.
Okay. I think we accomplished a lot there. Robert Thomas led the Blues out of a rut. Will the rest of the Stars follow? That's next on 101 ESPN. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are all back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the NBA action. You can make entries and win money right here in the state of Missouri, and playing on Underdog is easy. Head to the Underdog app or the website. Choose whether or not certain players will go higher or lower on their stats. So, for example, Joel Embiid tonight in Chicago. If you like him to go higher than 19.5 points, which I don't, I think lower than 19.5 points, you make your selection. You add a couple other players. How about Giannis? If you think Giannis is going to have a big game, whether it's points, rebounds, assists, they even got fantasy points, higher against Toronto. So 28.5 for Giannis is his point total tonight. I think the Greek Freak goes higher than 28.5 points. If you get your entries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, all for playing at Underdog. Download the app today. Use my promo code Anthony to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That promo code again is Anthony, just my first name, at Underdog, where you can make plays and win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing. Get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. We got a text from the Air Comfort Service text line from the 314. This person did not know the Blues won last night. They turned the game off, which you don't do. Worked all day. They just found out right now that the Blues won. They did 3-2 last night over the Edmonton Oilers. The Blues will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Washington Capitals. Pregame starts at 5:30. Puck drop is at 6:30. We're going to dive into your Blues next right here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
This place will erupt if the Blues can get the equalizer before the end of the period. Broberg down low. Snuggerud turns, centers. Oh, wire. Thomas. They score! 2-2. Robert Thomas ties it up. 1:22 to go. Second period.
Chris Gerber on the call last night as the Blues knock off the Edmonton Oilers, maybe to the surprise of some who did not watch the whole game because they fell behind 2-0. But yeah, the Blues, our Blues won. Robert Thomas led the Blues out of that rut. And Jamie, this is something that we talked about yesterday. You wanted to know whether or not the Stars will start to show up. Not the Dallas Stars, of course, but the Stars on the Blues. Well, one of them came back and one of them did just that. So now it's a matter of, okay, can we get some of the other players that the Blues absolutely need to perform well to get on a bit of a hot streak now, because that slow start could be just that, a slow start, if the Blues can string some games together.
So what I liked about Robert Thomas's game last night, because there was a lot to like, for sure. Played 19:56, so just under 20 minutes, which is quite a bit for a first game back. Gets a goal and an assist. Obviously, great offensive output there. But the one thing that impressed me the most, 4 shots on goal. He led the team in shots on goal. And if there's one criticism of Robert Thomas, is that he's always looking to distribute way more so than shoot the puck. And what I've said for years, and I know he's been told this for years, is the more often he shoots the puck, the more available people around him will be, because the opposition will have to respect the fact that you could shoot the puck. Mm-hmm. When you choose not to shoot the puck, it's a little bit easier to figure out, okay, we got to make sure that nobody else is available because Robert's looking to stick handle this thing and make a pass. So I like the aggressiveness of 4 shots on goal, goal and assist again, 46% in the faceoff dot. A little underwhelming, but still, it is what it is. He was the driving force last night. You could tell in the first period. I mean, just think back to that one play where if Calvin Pickard isn't perfect, Robert Thomas has a goal, I think, his first shift of the game. Yeah. Pavel Buchnevich makes a beautiful behind-the-back pass. The goaltender thinks Thomas is going to one-time the puck. He doesn't. He goes right around the net, open net, tucks it in, and the goalie gets over, like the tip of his skate grabs the puck. Mm-hmm. So you knew right away, at least I felt like I knew right away that Robert Thomas was there to play last night. And he had a tough assignment most of the night, matched up against Connor McDavid and company. And I just read you guys a stat that I just came across. The Blues last night did something that no one else has ever done. So Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins have played 727 combined games.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of games. Not as much as Yarmiak.
First game for all 3 of them without a shot on goal.
Wow. That's impressive.
It's pretty cool.
To say the least.
And Robert Thomas was a part of that.
Yeah, just the defensive effort alone on Connor McDavid. I mean, he tallied 2 assists, was held without a shot. Only the 28th time in his 700-plus career for just McDavid in that case. Mm-hmm. Pairing of Broberg and Parayko with Thomas, Snuggie, Buchnevich up front. They completely limited Edmonton's top-line impact. And Jim Montgomery praised their awareness after the game. They said Jim Montgomery said he negated McDavid's speed at the blue line. So talk about that. You got somebody in Connor McDavid who can create all that that space, that time and space for himself, using his speed. We saw it with Nathan McKinnon too. Unfortunately, and now the Blues did win this game, but remember in the playoffs when Nathan McKinnon went coast to coast with his speed.
Yeah, he's kind of fast.
Yeah, he's kind of fast. McDavid, same deal. So when you face a player like that that's got so much speed and skill, what is Monty talking about with speed at the blue line?
Like negating his speed at the blue line? It means you're angling properly to where he can't just come through the neutral zone at full tilt. He's having to slow down at the blue line or chip the puck in or dump the puck in. It means you're doing an effective job of basically, you've heard me say this 1,000 times, skating him into bad ice. And when you have guys like Philip Broberg and Colton Parayko, we already know how Connor McDavid feels about Colton Parayko. He prefers not to go against Colton Parayko. Bottom line. So now he flips to the other side, Philip Broberg. Not quite the same player as Colton Parayko, but pretty damn close. And then that's when you rely upon your forwards to do a good job of coming back to the middle of the ice, and your first back checker has to keep an angle in the middle. Has to deter Connor McDavid from being able to jump to the middle. He has to be present in that area so that at no point does Connor McDavid think, I can cross over into the middle and go between these defensemen. Mm-hmm. And that's important because that means you have to be aware at all times that you need a middle lane presence defensively to deter him from that. And then you're angling him into two big dudes who can physically handle him and match him when it comes to skating.
Mm-hmm.
I think Philip Broberg, you talked about how Monty mentioned that Broberg would be getting that assignment last night and how excited he was. I think when you have a guy like Philip Broberg who played against Connor McDavid every day in practice, like you got practice film and practice lessons and things of experience going against this guy. There's no fear of him to a level, to a degree.
I'm going to give you a
give him respect.
You do.
But you know you can handle, you've done it, right?
So I'm going to flip the script just for a second because obviously I played with a lot of great players.
Mm-hmm.
But one player in particular, Pavel Datsyuk, the magician, one of the hardest guys to ever play against. Couldn't knock him off the puck, and he could dangle you. I played with him for 3 years. I'm not afraid of this guy, right? No. You know why you are? You've seen him absolutely embarrass so many guys on a nightly basis, and he's probably embarrassed you a few times in practice.
Right.
But I get what you're saying. There's familiarity.
The familiarity, the experience of going against that guy, it's like, okay, if I can play against this guy, I can probably play against anyone in the world because I've done this in practice. I've done it in games. It's often like when people, what's it like blocking Ray Lewis? I had to block James Harrison every day in practice. I did that every day in practice times 10. So that preparation there was no worry or doubt or fear going against one of the greatest linebackers to play in the game. So I think that Broberg has that. I think that helps him. And I think just playing that way and having that success last night can only catapult, that Blues defense and him specifically to be even better.
That's a huge confidence builder for the defensive core and the team overall. And Philip Broberg, what I like about him is, to your point, Carey, whether it's McDavid, Draisaitl, McKinnon, he's never rattled. He's up to the task. He wants the assignment, and he wants to be the best player on the ice. What more do you want from your guy?
Yeah.
What more do you want from a young defenseman? Give me the ball, as I say. Yeah. I want a guy who says, give me the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. I was looking at some of the dynamics in the AFC, and you know what? The more things change, the more they actually stay the same. We'll have that conversation next on 101 ESPN. Carey, I know yesterday you had a thought about the Colts and what happened with them when they were in Pittsburgh. The Colts are still they're still 7-2. They're in command of that division. The Houston Texans, they don't have an offense. They have a great defense, no offense. Mm-hmm. Tennessee Titans might have the number 1 overall pick again come April. And Jacksonville is the epitome of fine. Like, they're 5-3. They could have very easily lost to the Raiders in the weekend. Like, they're going to go away at some point. So the Colts are fine in the AFC South. But when I was looking at justice from Thursday through last night's game, we look at things in the AFC and we say, well, why, the Patriots have been excellent this year. The Colts have been excellent this year. Maybe we get a shakeup. The Bills flexed Sunday afternoon against the Chiefs, who we've all talked about how they have found their game again. The Ravens went to Miami, and with Lamar Jackson and a lot of their defenders back, took care of business. They're 3-5. They're still the betting favorite to win the AFC North. And I thought to myself, the more things change, the more things remain the same in the AFC. I imagine we're still going to have somebody from that group, Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, that emerge and represent that conference. And that's no slight to the Colts or the Patriots, because the Patriots, with Drake May, they're very good. But when push come to shove, do you really see the Patriots or the Colts, whether they host the game or they have to go on the road, beating Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. So I don't pretend to know a whole hell of a lot about the Colts as far as where they are with their franchise. I know that this is a hell of a year for them. Daniel Jones is playing good. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor. I know the obvious things. What I do know about the Patriots is this is kind of unexpected. This success being 7-2, rattling off 6 wins in a row, it's unexpected. The organization, for all intents and purposes, is still in a rebuild mode. The problem is they got a hell of a coach now, and they got a really good franchise quarterback, and so it sped things up here a little bit for them. So I think the Patriots, not that they're fraudulent, but I don't see them being, they're the first-place team right now, but I don't believe them to actually be a first-place team. So to your question, I don't see the Patriots being one of those teams that eliminates the Bills, the Ravens, or the Chiefs, and I feel the same way about the Colts.
Where are you at on this?
The Patriots are the most surprising team, in my opinion, this year. I think they have done an outstanding job. I think Drake May has gone leaps and bounds from what I thought he would be going into his second season. I think he's been outstanding. I still don't think that they have a superstar, but I don't think it matters because they just play football the right way, and Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach. He was a hell of a coach in Tennessee. He's a hell of a coach in New England, and I think that they are the most surprising team, in my opinion. Do I think that they have the capability of going, like you said, on the road or even having a home game against Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen? I don't, because I think things are so different come playoff time than it is in regular season. I mean, we see that with Josh Allen and his inability to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Right. The Bills can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, but regular season it's fine. So I think it's a different animal. I think if Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are able to get that, I think that those are still the top 3 teams with everyone healthy. The Chiefs got everyone back. Rashee Rice has been playing outstanding since he's been back. Baltimore just got Lamar back. He's healthy. The Bills seem to have corrected some of their issues that they had early in the season in terms of the inability to stop the run. So I think that those, if all things go out the way that they're supposed to, will be the best 3 teams in the AFC. But I think the addition of Sauce Gardner for the Colts just gave them, I think that's the reason that they did that. Not for the regular season and what's left on their schedule, but if they do have to go up against Stephon Diggs, if they do have to go against Zay Flowers and Baltimore's passing attack, if they do have to go against Rashee Rice and what they have in Kansas City, I think that that's the addition that the coach made and said, this is for the playoffs and this is to give us a push to try to make a championship run. So I think it's going to be a very, very interesting rest of the season, regular season, and then into the playoffs, how things pan out.
It seems more of a foregone conclusion in the AFC than it does the NFC. The Eagles are still the team to beat, in my opinion.
Correct.
But after that, it's a crapshoot. The Lions have not gotten it done in the postseason.
No.
The Packers, who knows what the hell they are? One week they look like the best team in the league. The next week they're losing to the Panthers at home as a double-digit favorite.
Yeah, I don't know.
The NFC West, to me, is more compelling, I think, than what you guys think.
No, I think that's the best conference in the best division in football right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you've come around on that.
Yeah, I thought it was the AFC North, but the injuries, the quarterback injuries have changed it, and I think the NFC North, the Bears have been exciting to watch. Defense optional. The Minnesota Vikings have dealt with their quarterback being injured. But what the Detroit Lions put on display this past weekend, and the Green Bay Packers, like that you can't be a championship team and show up in that fashion in those two games, in my opinion, for the Packers and the Lions this past weekend.
I agree. Those are tough losses. Jamie doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah,
doesn't want to hear it at all. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN.
Let it be known right now then, Jamie. Tell us how you feel when we get to this next segment.
Stack up.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
That's going to be a tough day for me.
It's time for the stack up next on 101 ESPN.
Are you looking to remodel that kitchen, maybe that bathroom, or how about that outdoor living space? If you are, please call my friends over at E&B Granite. They've proudly provided the St. Louis area with exceptional customer service and products for over 20 years. And I want you guys to experience their fast turnaround time with 100% customer satisfaction. And that's guaranteed. And I can tell you this because I remodeled my kitchen, used D&B Granite, and I wouldn't use anybody else for that matter. And the process was so simple. Drove down to 6135 Manchester Avenue, walked into the showroom, and basically said, I have no idea what I'm doing. Can you please help me? The in-house design staff said, yep, we got you. And held my hand the entire time through the process, from picking out the countertops to the backsplash to the cabinets, flooring, the installation, the dates, the measurements. I mean, everything. They did it all for me. And when it was all finished, I couldn't believe how awesome it looked. And I want that for you right now, the listener. I want you to have that same experience as I've had with E&B Granite. So do yourself a favor, though. Call ahead, book an appointment. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. That number is 314-645-9300. Again, 314-645-9300, or you can always visit them at enbgranite.com.
Stack up.
504, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Marsh just told us that somebody texted in earlier wanting to know when the stack up was because they didn't want to miss it today. And I can see why. This could get ugly, boys. This could get real ugly. Yeah. So, this is the top 10 teams in the NFL. We have to agree, though. It's a consensus top 10.
Majority rules, too.
And majority rules. Okay. Jamie Rivers.
Yeah.
Who do you present number 1?
Reluctantly, but I have to be honest with myself. I have the Eagles at number 1.
I do as well.
Good man. Eagles. Bye week. Everybody else fell in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I got there.
Marsh?
I also have the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, look at us.
Good start, boys.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Right. I don't think it's going to be this easy moving forward here.
Probably not.
Yeah. Marsh, who do you present at number 2?
Ooh, this team's been pretty dominant lately. Give me the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow. Jamie?
I got the Bucks.
Okay.
They didn't have a game either.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everybody else fell around them, too. Carey, same concept there, fella.
I got the Rams.
As do I.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford lighting it up.
He's lighting
Defense
it up.
pretty good. Yeah.
Golly, boys. I got him on my
what.
list, but that's high. You
okay,
might be, too.
Bucks?
I don't think the Bucks.
Do you remember when they lost the Lions?
Yeah, they're still 6-2.
Do you remember?
So are the Rams.
Put them in the parking lot right now.
I think the Rams.
Hey, you remember when I got a bunch of crap yesterday for supposedly hyping up the Rams, even though I really didn't? And you went after me, Jamie. I'd like that same energy for these two gentlemen, if you don't mind.
Well,
I know
I'm disgusted with both of them.
Okay, thank you.
Like Stan Kroenke, do you still have that poster in your bedroom, Anthony? Stan?
No. This is a
None. This is just business.
subjective.
Carey went to Stan
unbiased.
Kroenke to a Halloween party. I saw it. With the big gray mustache and everything.
Nah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I actually heard that Carey was hosting the party, and then he actually moved locations. He actually moved the party to apparently a better
I see
spot.
what you're doing there. Rams, number 2.
Rams.
All right, Carey, who do you present at number 3?
I got the Seahawks at number 3.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks at number 3.
Patriots.
I think the Seahawks, that performance that they had on Sunday night was, now the Washington Commanders can't cover me at 44 years old, but they got a lot of weapons, and I will give you credit, Anthony. Sam Darnold has done. What the hell are you over
bleeding there, champ?
Bleeding to death over
Why
here.
are you bleeding? What'd you hit? You hit your knee?
Hit my shin.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't feel it, but boy, it's bleeding.
You all right?
Yeah, we'll be all right. I'll battle through it.
Sam Darnold is a very good football player. Very good. Been playing outstanding. So, give me Seahawks at number 3.
I don't have the Seahawks at 3. I'm sorry. I have the Pats at 3.
Marsh.
Well, Anthony, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. The Patriots, as we know, barely beat an awful Falcons team.
Thank you.
1 point. Can't put them at 3. Give me the Seahawks.
They suck.
Okay, well, Seahawks it is.
All right.
I did not have them there. I had the Bills, who I will present at number 4. They just thumped the team that I think will win another Super Bowl, despite their early struggles. Josh Allen and company have looked real good the last 2 weeks. We all said, it was just the Panthers 2 weeks ago. Well, can't say that now with the Chiefs. I know they lost to the Patriots. But I think these two teams meet again in New England in a couple of weeks. The Bills win this one. Give me the Bills.
Anthony, we can't go with that. We just went with the logic of the Seahawks being a better team than the Patriots, who barely beat the Falcons. Another team, actually, who didn't beat the Falcons, that would be the Bills. Give me the Patriots at number 4.
All right, well, I'm probably going to be on an island here by myself.
Yeah, here we go.
I got the Indianapolis Colts at number 4.
Yeah.
Terrible loss, but it is just a loss. The division leader, Pittsburgh Steelers, in Pittsburgh. It's a terrible loss. They didn't play well, but they still are leading their division. They are still the top seed in the AFC if all things were to end today. And I don't think one loss should define you. And the other loss they had was to the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles, who we have as the number 2 team overall. So I am going to stay with Daniel Dimes and Jonathan Taylor and the Indianapolis Colts at 4.
I mean, Carey, I didn't have the Colts there, but based on everything you just said, give me the Patriots, please.
I saw that coming.
I did too. He's terrible.
Screw you guys.
Patriots.
I did have the Colts at 4.
Good man.
But I presented the Bills because you guys just keep knocking them
Come
down.
on, man.
So allow me to present the Buffalo Bills at number, what are we on now, 5?
5.
Bills at
So
5.
who's 4? The Patriots?
The Patriots.
But yeah, they got the majority rules
You
thing.
can go with the Bills. I still think the Lions are a better team than the Bills. Give me the Lions at 5.
Lions at 5.
Lions, when they have to go outdoors to Buffalo, no chance.
I got the Colts at 5 if I got to move my Colts down.
Oh, boy, Marshy.
So I actually had Buffalo at 4, which would knock them down to 5. So give me the Buffalo Bills, a team that actually beat the Lions in Detroit last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Last year, it's a year ago.
I'm just saying.
A lot of things change.
Okay,
Well,
so
we just had a segment. The more things change, the more they stay the same, right?
So we got Eagles, Rams,
Seahawks, Pats, Bills.
Seahawks, Patriots, Bills. Okay, all right, all right. Jamie?
Don't even know where to go from here. I'll present to you the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And I'll second that. That is my number 6 team.
They are not better than the team that beat them, which is the Lions. Give me the Lions here.
I could be swayed.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I could be swayed on this one.
Who do you have?
I have Tampa Bay.
It's got to be the Lions.
I had the Colts, but give me the
down
Bucks.
the field.
Give me the Bucks. Give me the Buccaneers.
What?
Yep, Buccaneers.
I'd rather have the Colts.
Nah, well, you didn't say the Colts.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Actually, I probably should have.
You said the damn Lions, who just got
That's because it is
ass whooped against the
Still
Vikings.
a better team.
Anthony, they
What
just
are you
lost to a
doing?
guy that
What
I've
are you
been getting
doing?
crap for the last 6 months.
I'm not giving you the Lions.
Wow,
At
Marshy
6.
dogging on J.J. McCarthy.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's tough to believe.
Give me the Buccaneers.
I got the Bucks.
Yeah, give me the Bucks. Sorry, Anthony.
Yep.
All right.
Now,
give me the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, no.
Colts.
7.
Okay.
Lions.
Lions.
Did you not watch the Lions play football?
Yeah, I have. All year. And last year.
They were
Pretty damn
reading
good
their
team.
press clippings, and they'll figure it out. They'll fix it. They'll get it fixed. And unlike Jeff Fisher, they'll actually get it fixed.
I have the Denver Broncos here at 8.
Okay, who'd you have? I
The
can see your
Denver
paper.
Broncos are not better than the Detroit Lions, Marsh. Grow up.
Pittsburgh Steelers, the team that beat the team that's in front of them. 6 turnovers.
No.
Terrible, man.
Oh, man, the Lions it is at 8.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Wow, where to go from here?
I'll present the Denver Broncos.
I'm fine with that at 9. Broncos are fine at 9.
And really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with the
Yeah, I'm
Broncos.
okay.
Whatever.
Derek brings up a good point. Bucks have also beat the Seahawks, who are our number 3 team.
Yeah.
Yeah, things change throughout the year. That is a thing.
Can I present to you
No.
the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 10?
You can,
Leading their division?
but it is rejected. Give me the Chiefs.
No, I can't
my
go
God.
Chiefs. As bad
They
as
just lost.
as bad as the Packers
Your
were.
Steelers lost a couple of. You
They
lost to the
didn't
Bengals.
lose.
Lost to the Bengals.
Jamar
The
Chase
Bengals.
is a hell of a football
I can't go with the Chiefs. Who'd you say, Carey?
I said the Steelers.
Yeah, I can't go with that either. Just being honest.
Eventually, you work your way back to the Chiefs.
No.
There aren't many teams to choose
honestly,
from.
I would be more comfortable going with the 49ers
Are you
or
telling
the
me?
Packers.
I have Green
Are
Bay.
you kidding me?
It's a 2-loss team.
Yep.
What?
They just lost.
Oh,
they just
goodness.
lost at home as a double-digit favorite.
Anthony,
I understand
who do you
that.
have?
The
No, you
Chiefs.
can't do that.
I can't go with the Chiefs.
Come on, man. You telling me the Chiefs
They
aren't a top
lost.
10 team?
You are going with two teams that just lost.
They lost to the Bills, who apparently we think is the 5th best team in the NFL.
But would still beat the Steelers.
You don't know that.
I mean, the Packers beat the Steelers.
Yeah, they pounded them. Wasn't even close.
And that's, yeah.
Did the Packers beat the Panthers?
No, they didn't.
No.
The Panthers
No,
are a
they
better
did
team
not.
than we think they are.
They
Are they?
They
The
are.
record says so.
They're a pretty good team.
In fact, the
They're not great.
Panthers
They're
are
just
at
good.
what?
Put the Panthers at 10 then.
No, we're not putting up Panthers at
Are
10.
5-4. Well, your Steelers, who are so dominant,
What are we?
are 5-3.
Yeah, exactly.
They would have an extra loss if they played
Look
in
at
that bye
Look
week.
at Burley's second triple. CD, does Anthony work for the NFL replay office in New York because he's acting like it? You know what, Chester? when did you start liking CD? That's right, that's Chester. I know. I smelled the Patriots stank on him from the snake pit. He's typing up the Patriots.
All right, boys, we got our top 10. Rhyme it off, Marshy.
Sorry to do that, Chester.
Who are we going? Who are we going
Packers.
with? Packers?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
How
we
do you-
both
Are
picked
you
the Packers.
serious?
Who are you taking?
I told you I'm going to Steelers.
How are
and
you
I ain't
keeping it
changing to the
two lost
damn
teams?
Chiefs.
Well, guess what?
You
Now
come
it's the
on over.
Packers.
You come
No,
over to
I
the
won't.
Steelers.
No.
I ain't budging either.
Fine.
There's the Packers.
Then,
This is
then
on
we
you.
lose on stubbornness.
It's your
Because
fault.
you and I are
You
stubborn.
guys have to at least be honest. You can't just be spiteful.
I don't like the Packers
Since
at
when?
all.
It's the fast lane.
Now.
What the hell are we doing?
I don't like the Packers as
They
much
just
as
lost
anybody.
Tucker Kraft.
Nah, man, come on,
They're
man.
a two-loss
and they lost
team.
and they got a tie to the Cowboys. Why do we
They
continue
beat the Steelers,
to forget
though.
about that?
They're in first place in the NFC North.
That's because
They
nobody
beat
wants
the
to win in
Lions,
the
who are
North.
our number 7 team, or number 8 team.
Nobody wants to win in the North.
Can you guys just do this for me? Can we put them at 10?
Yes.
Well, we have to.
We have to.
We have to.
Marsha, you and I agreed on it.
NFC North is going to.
Then when they get waxed by the Eagles,
They about
this
to get
upcoming,
smoked.
then you're
The Eagles
I
are the
see
number
what
1
you-
team.
I see what you're doing. Okay, all right. I see. No, I see what
Come
Marsh is
on.
doing. I do. I see what he's doing.
It ain't going to help the Vikings.
Who did we have at 10 last week, Marsh? Do you
No,
remember?
it didn't work. We had the Rams.
Oh.
But, you know,
But they were playing the Saints. It was a free win.
yeah.
I agree with you, Derek. I don't know what the hell these guys are in here doing.
I'm with Derek, too.
You guys and Derek should go have a beer.
You know, let's
Well,
put
maybe we will.
You know, why don't we put the Steelers there then, huh? Who are they playing?
I don't know.
Somebody goes, Jamie had Bucks at 2, then forgot it. No, I didn't forget about them.
The Chargers. The Steelers are playing the Chargers.
Dub. Lock it in.
Yep,
Not doing
Chargers,
it.
baby.
No, the look, you've spoken. It's the Packers.
Okay.
You guys are sick.
You guys are sick.
All right, what do we
You
got
guys are
next?
sick units.
Marsha, what
did
do we
you
got
want?
next?
It was the damn Chiefs who went to Buffalo
The
and got
Chiefs.
beat up on.
No, the Packers
Chiefs are
solidified. Run
terrible.
it, Marsh.
All right.
Run it.
Our number 1 team, the Philadelphia Eagles. At 2, the Los Angeles Rams. At 3, the Seattle Seahawks. Our 4th best team is the New England Patriots. At 5, the Buffalo Bills. 6 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At 7, we have the Indianapolis Colts. At 8, the Detroit Lions. At 9, the Denver Broncos. And at number 10, the Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
You guys are disgusted right now.
Yeah, I'm sick. I am sick of it. I tell you.
Carey, your team
Packers.
decided to show up for a week. Trust me, I know. I know what it feels like. Doesn't mean they're a top 10 team.
You just wait.
Who will the college football playoff committee screw tonight? That's next on 101 ESPN.
U.S. farmland is a new way of investing money. Actually, it's not new. It's something that a lot of people are doing, though, because it's a very smart, stable investment. People with lots of money usually invest in good things. And you look at Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Shad Khan. These are all people who value U.S. farmland. And the biggest question people ask, well, why would you invest in U.S. farmland? Well, because you have steady returns, long-term growth, real stability, and the farmland appreciates year after year after year. It's not a massive gain every year, but you're not headed in the wrong direction, though. And you don't have to wake up every morning stressed out about the stock market. And if you own farmland, too, by the way, this is really good for you. AgVest can help you maximize the value with full-service management, from sourcing to diligence to rent, as well as tenant selection. So please call AgVest founder Chris Bronner at 618-520-7022. Again, that's Chris Bronner, 618-520-7022. Or you can visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land. They are not making it anymore.
first college football playoff unveiling will be tonight. And the question on everybody's minds, who's this committee going to screw?
Kind of like this committee.
Exactly. Carey.
You're right, Carey.
This committee. What the hell? Come on, man.
The committee sucks?
This committee.
Why is it overall just sucks?
Us.
Tell him, Carey.
In here.
Why?
The damn Packers lost to the Browns, man.
Bingo.
Well, the damn Steelers lost to the Packers.
Yeah, whatever.
I know you hate the
I should have went with the Chiefs. I apologize.
Thank you, Carey.
I apologize. It's on me. Next
apology
time.
accepted.
I got you. Hell with that. Damn Packers.
Yeah.
No, you know what, guys, I'm going to put a new rule.
Of course.
Nah, you no. You and your damn rules every damn day.
Here we go. Started the show
rules.
talking about Jamie and his rules
It's only
bending
rules
for him.
It's only new rules when it is
full circle.
Jamie.
Guys, you brought up the word integrity earlier today. For the integrity of that segment, and I know you guys will feel the same way because you guys have high integrity, okay?
Here comes the gaslighting.
Yeah.
No. For the integrity of the segment, we all say our team, and you can't flip after. You're stuck with what you say. So that will take away the crappy, I'm going to shift to this, then shift that just to piss off so-and-so. No, you say your team. That's what it's your ride or die at that point.
But sometimes we have to switch because what if we all four got different teams? How do we come to an agreement?
Well, then we can reload at that point.
So then you can switch.
Only if I say so.
Anyway.
Works for me.
Exactly.
Who do you guys think gets left out tonight? So right now, Ohio State's going to be in Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, BYU, Texas Tech. That's 9. Then you've got this hodgepodge of either 6-2 team, or I would say 2-loss teams, and then Virginia with 1 loss, but Virginia's resume ain't pretty. So you got Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Virginia, Texas, Louisville, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Utah. Like that's the mix.
I look at this. One team that should not be, is Notre Dame.
Oh,
wow.
I thought you were going to go a different route because I was going to say the team that I thought you were going to say might be the team that is actually in tonight, and that's Texas.
Well, so if we take one out and add one in, I just look at Notre Dame and look at their schedule. They started the season poorly. 2 losses in a row to ranked teams. Now, they have a win against USC, but who isn't beating USC at this point?
Oh, come on.
Then Boston College, Boise State, NC State, Arkansas, Purdue. Like, their resume stinks. The fact that they are still even in consideration drives me nuts right now. If I'm on the committee, I would be adamant that Notre Dame, as of right now, should not be in.
See, I think Notre Dame is going to be in, and I
know they're going to be
agree.
in, Carey. I don't like it though.
So, who was the ACC representative?
Should be Virginia.
So they probably are going to be in.
They're 5-0.
And Texas A&M. Texas is probably going to be
5-0 in conference. 8-1.
Yeah, I think Texas might be the one out, but I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, some way, Texas finds their way into the top 12 tonight.
So then who leaves?
It's a very good question. You got
okay.
Big 12, so
here's the question. Oklahoma and Texas are both 7-2. Texas beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I think Oklahoma is going to be the one that is left out. Because the committee has to have Notre Dame, and they have to have an ACC representative.
And a Big 12. But right now you got 2 Big 12 teams. I don't think both of those teams are going to be in the top final 12 either. Now, they might be today, and they'll let it play out. BYU and Texas Tech.
BYU's in.
Texas Tech?
Is in.
Tonight.
Yeah.
But in the final poll, you're not going to have 2 Big 12 teams in.
Is that right?
I'm willing to bet you good money. I don't think you have 2 Big 12 teams in.
I thought Mo retired.
No, he's still around. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so Texas Tech and BYU play each other on Saturday. Saturday morning.
They'll be in today.
Boy, that's going to be fun.
They'll be in today. But one of them won't be in next week.
Yeah, it's perfect. They're both set up.
Yeah. And one of them knocked the other one out.
Correct. So the loser will not be in this spot next week.
If you look at Oklahoma and Notre Dame, they're the only two teams in the top 12 with 2 losses. What team, when you look at their resume, is a better team?
With resume, Oklahoma.
Did Oklahoma lose their game when Mateer was out? Didn't they lose? Did they win that game or did they lose that game?
Mateer came back
and they
against Texas,
but he was still.
But his hand was like dangling.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't. He came back. He came back too early.
Yeah.
They've got wins against ranked Michigan, ranked Auburn, which, and then ranked Tennessee.
Yeah. And they got a tough
And
go.
they got Alabama, Mizzou, LSU. Oklahoma's going to take care of itself.
Yeah,
probably.
it is.
They are not. They're going to be out.
You're right. But who's out tonight? I mean, that was the question.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
I think Oklahoma's out tonight because they can justify it by saying Texas is in. Texas beat Oklahoma.
And
Similar
I think that's
resumes.
why, and the fact that Texas jumped up 7
Texas has
spots.
a loss to an unranked Florida.
That was a terrible loss.
It's a terrible loss.
This is why I say losses matter. I know Anthony doesn't think they do, but I think they do matter. Just like if you lose to the damn Browns.
What the hell, man?
You shouldn't be in the top 10. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said that the committee weighs the wins more.
But the losses matter. They should matter just as much, in my opinion.
All right.
Because if you lose to a terrible team.
If you're the committee, and you know I've not been a Texas fan since, like, I've been done with Texas, right? But if you're the committee, you can justify keeping Texas in for 2 reasons. 1, they beat Oklahoma. 2, who's the only team that has given Ohio State a game this year? There's been 1.
That's the first.
And it was ugly.
It was ugly on both sides. You got a first-year starter in Julian
Answer the question, Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Were you or were you not there that night?
Oh, I wasn't at Texas or that night. I was.
It was a day game.
I was in Champaign.
Who
What?
gave Ohio State a game this year? There's 1 team. Answer the question.
Nobody's given them a game. They haven't lost yet.
Texas.
Texas is the only one that was within a touchdown.
Thank you. I rest my case. Texas will be in tonight.
Washington gave them a game for
2 quarters. I'll give you 2 quarters on that. I'm just saying. Notre Dame's going to be in because follow the
money.
Yep.
Whatever.
He's not wrong.
And Texas will be in.
It's going to be fun to see, though. I think it's going to be exciting to watch it all play out as the year continues to see how they lay this thing out and who is where. I mean, I'm going to be excited to see how it all plays out. Virginia, they are probably in tonight. Texas, I agree with you. They probably jump Oklahoma, and Oklahoma might be a 4 or 5 loss team by the time the year ends.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be 8-4 or 7-5.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done.
Where's Mizzou come in at?
Overall,
like 15 to 20, 20 to 25.
Yeah,
15 to 20.
15 to 20. 16 to 20. I'll say between 16 and 20. What say you, Marsh?
I'll say 22.
22? What the hell, man?
You don't believe at all, do you?
Not at all.
Wow.
No,
Jeez.
okay, how about 18?
There we go. That's much better. Much better.
After they beat A&M, I mean, who knows?
If they beat A&M, they're in the top 10 in the country. Mark it down. Lock it in.
Dang.
If they beat Texas A&M, number 3 team in the country, they'll be in the top 10.
I like
they'll
where your head's at,
they'll
Carey.
bump up 9 spots.
Well, BYU and one of BYU and Texas Tech will be done.
They'll fall. Oklahoma has who this weekend? They got a bye this week.
No, they got. They play Bama next week. Sorry.
Yeah.
What would be the biggest shock of tonight for you? Mine would be, and it wouldn't be that big of a shock, but if Indiana is actually the number 1 team in the nation.
Nah, that ain't happening. But that'd be a big shock.
That would be a big shock. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a big surprise.
I don't think the first release of these teams is going to be overwhelmingly controversial.
Yeah.
I would be surprised. I could see Alabama not being the 4th team somehow, some way.
With the schedule they've had and the wins they have.
I could see Alabama being
higher
than Texas A&M.
Well, yeah, they won't be higher than A&M. Yeah. I was about to walk down that path.
Me too, and I was like, hang on, I gotta catch myself.
Let's pop this thing in reverse.
The shot collar on.
I'll tell you what my surprise will be, Marsh. To answer your question, Notre Dame's not in. That would be a shock. Shocking. They love themselves some Notre Dame.
Well, who doesn't?
Love those Irish. All right, let's bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
For nearly 45 years in the St. Louis area, Pure Performance has been outfitting the best dressed vehicles in the St. Louis and St. Charles areas. You can trust them with your vehicle. I can tell you that personally. They have done tons of work for myself as well as members of my family and friends as well. They are your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications. And if you're looking for tires, any tires, they have got you covered. They carry every single tire out there on the market, as well as those oversized off-road tires that we love to look at so much. And whether you have a Jeep, a Bronco, pickup truck, SUV, minivan, a car, doesn't matter. Pure Performance has something for you and your vehicle. So please visit their 25,000 square foot facility in St. Peter's. Take the Cave Springs Boulevard exit. And when you get there, ask for Shelby or Paul. Tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you in. They're going to ask you what you're looking to do and what your budget is. And that's where they go to work. And they will. I promise you, they will maximize everything that you want right there within your budget. So please get there in person. If not, get there online. Visit pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Blues pick up a win last night over the Edmonton Oilers, 3-2 the final. They'll take on the Capitals tomorrow, and you can listen to that game right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 5:30. Puck drop at 6:30. Tonight we have college hoops for you right here on 101 ESPN. Duke and Texas. Pregame starts at 7 with a tip-off at 7:45. If you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Time to play Bet the Board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers from Anthony Stalter. Marsh, why don't you go ahead and update those standings after night one?
We're all at 0.
Oh.
Are we?
Wow.
We all lose.
So McBride did not have 7 receptions.
No, he had 5.
St. Louis and Edmonton did not score 2 goals in the first period.
No.
The Cowboys definitely did not cover.
They did not.
And Leon Draisaitl did not get a power play point.
Okay. Swing and a miss.
Right.
So now it goes back to Andrew, my man Marsh.
All right, I'm looking at the Utah Mammoth. They've lost 2 games in a row. However, they take on the Buffalo Sabres. Now, the Buffalo Sabres have won a game. That is their streak right now. A one-game win streak. However, the Buffalo Sabres. Give me the Utah Mammoth tonight on the money line, and that right now is at -135.
Okay, so Jamie finished second last month. So Jamie, that's the next pick.
Edmonton Oilers in Dallas tonight. No shots on goal for McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, or Leon Draisaitl. Therefore, I think the over in the first period will hit. 1.5 going over, -130.
All right, give me. This is ridiculous. All right, you know what? Give me Stephen Curry over 37 points, rebounds, and assists.
What's that number at?
-118.
So quit asking.
Yeah, now you want to check my bets. You know, you didn't want to check it last week, but I should have tied.
Shame on you guys.
Well, actually, if you still would have lost.
Nah, I wouldn't have, because I wouldn't have been able to pick the Cowboys.
Shame on you guys. Tonight marks Maction. Okay?
Waterboy said it.
Waterboy, that's because Waterboy knows what's up. Waterboy in the Snake Pit doing a fantastic job making sure everybody knows that it's Maction. Give me those Ohio Bobcats over those Miami of Ohio
Redhawks
on the money line. Ohio -148 on the money line. I don't know why it's that low. This Bobcat team significantly better than Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is not going to go into Ohio and knock off the Bobcats. Ain't no way, ain't no how. Action, baby. Returns. Okay.
When is CMU on Maction?
They play Wednesday, I think next week.
When do they get a Tuesday game? Because that's the big thing, right?
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, they added Wednesday years
but
later,
that's like
Tuesday was the
Monday
original
night
match.
Look, guys, they don't have a Tuesday night game this year. They don't. And the disrespect from the MAC, I think, is absurd. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Wednesday Maction doesn't even really feel like
Those
Maction.
Broncos get the Tuesday night next week.
Wednesday Maction is like, you know.
Yeah. You know, there's ESPN, there's ESPN2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
they
games are on one channel,
You guys
some
aren't
are on the other.
NBA basketball on Wednesday with Shaq and those guys now. You know, it's going to be tough to compete with that. I mean?
Yeah.
For the Maction.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Wednesday night Maction. It's going to be tough, man. Inside the NBA?
I don't appreciate your
They're
disrespect.
on ESPN now?
I really don't.
You know?
They got do they have Inside the Mac?
I don't think they have that.
You know,
should.
should.
Yeah,
I don't think they do have an Inside the
spearhead
Mac.
that one.
I got no problem doing it.
Yeah.
But,
Anybody want to come to me about some action? I'm game.
What other days of the week does the Mac play? They play like every day of the week.
Hey, Monday through Friday?
No.
Saturday?
No. Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Do you agree, though? The Wednesday Maction doesn't hit like the Tuesday Maction?
Tuesday, it's much. Tuesday
Like
is
the
the most.
Tuesday Maction is the real.
It's like the Monday Night Football.
It's
game.
like the Monday of the. Yeah, it's Monday
Yeah.
Night Maction. Like
If we're
Monday
going
Night
to compare
Football.
it to something.
Yeah.
And then they'll have this. Sometimes they have it's 2 Monday night football games, but one starts at like 9 o'clock that nobody watches.
And like, the Wednesday ones, like when all the other teams are playing, just gets lost in the shuffle.
The Wednesday
somewhere.
night Maction is like Amazon Prime Thursday night this first year when they had
All
like
the bad games.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
wow, who's come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to you or
CMU.
Fire Up Chips, but
Yeah.
just, you know.
It's like the Texans.
We're figuring it out.
The Texans, when they go to the playoffs, they always play on Saturday. You know, like,
First Saturday.
Yeah,
First Saturday.
3 o'clock.
That first kickoff, usually the Texans.
It's usually the AFC South.
Yeah.
For good cause.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So, hey, Fire Up Chips, either way, you know.
What
Whether
date
it's,
is that again?
Wednesday,
I'll be
Thursday,
watching.
Friday,
Next
Sunday.
Wednesday.
I'll tune in. Is it next Wednesday?
For CMU?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Who are they playing?
Buffalo.
Oh, that's can't miss.
It is.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Buffalo's good.
You guys let me know how it goes.
The head coach, Pete Limbo, he's a really good dude. Like, really, really good dude.
Are you going to be watching hockey?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah. He's probably going
Or
to be
paint
at the
dry.
hockey game.
Jamie might fold some socks.
Why do you have to do that?
Wow.
I don't
Just
tear
being
down.
honest.
I don't tear down your.
I didn't.
Your
I
love
may be
for things.
painting. I want to make sure it's dry before.
You don't have
Don't
to
you
dries
dare.
on his own. You don't have to
Don't
stand
you
there and
dare.
watch it.
Oh, you got to make
I
sure
don't know if
it's
anybody
dry.
told you that.
But the kids go
It
by.
dries. Well, you got adult children. You don't
but
have.
They also eat paint chips.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole.
You know,
different
I don't
issue.
do this to you with the UFC, which is obviously rigged, as we're finding out.
And you're a UFC guy?
I love
Loves
UFC.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never done
Yeah,
it.
you don't like
I
fighting?
like boxing.
Loves watching
I
grown
like
men
watching
kick each
people-
other in the shin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Over and over
look,
and
it
over
hurts.
again.
All right. We wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
Thank God.
St. Luke's, ranked top 2% in the nation for cardiac surgery by Health Grades. Visit stlukes-stl.com.
We had the Halloween party at the Rivers House on Friday night, and let me tell you, the biggest hit of the night was Zwickle Light. Had it out there in the cooler. It was ice cold, been chilling for a while. And then people started opening up. What is this? What is this? I said, that's Zwickle Light. It's a brand new product from Urban Chestnut, and they loved it. And they loved the fact that it was only 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. And when I told him it was brewed right here in St. Louis by St. Louisans, I mean, what's not to love about that? So Zwickle Light went down very smooth at the Rivers House, and it should at your house, too. You hear us talking about all the football games and hockey games and get-togethers that we're all going to be a part of. Go grab some Zwickle Light. You will absolutely love it. It is the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey. Why? Because I said so. And it should be, too. It's an awesome beer. You will love it. You'll thank me later. So please visit them at urbanchestnut.com. You can read up all about everything they got going on over there. It really is awesome. And please pick up your Zwickle Light. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Has your car's warranty expired or about to expire? When cars break, it's always a surprise, and fixing cars isn't something most people could do in their backyard anymore. Dealership labor rates average nearly $200 an hour. The average repair costs over $1,500, and major repairs can run $3,000 to $5,000. With Atlas coverage, you simply hand over your ID card, not a blank check. Learn more about Atlas Vehicle Protection at 314-720-5990 or go to atlasvehiclepro.com.
Open up your 101 mobile app for your chance to win tickets to OAR with special guest Gavin DeGraw on Saturday night, August 29th at St. Louis Music Park. Find all the ticket details and your shot to score free tickets for OAR right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. Powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers.
Anything from today's show, make sure that you download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on the 101 ESPN Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Chevy Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today, starting with Jamie Rivers.
I learned that all three of you guys believe me to be a man of high integrity, and I appreciate you guys being that way.
Okay, did we say that? Or?
You did. Carey kind of did.
I learned that if the rule, and I've known this for a while, but it's been confirmed, if the rule benefits Jamie Rivers, he's all for that rule. Even if he has to make up a rule. He texted the group last night, 5 points! 5 points!
Yeah.
When Dvorsky scored. When there's no 5-point rule.
We talked
but
about it yesterday.
He definitely, no, you talked about it.
We all agreed upon it.
We did. We did not.
I was getting texts from listeners, and we all agreed upon it. It was in I put it in the bylaws the moment we were done with the show.
Nope. Didn't work that way.
Wow. Sorry about your luck, guys. You should have protested me yesterday.
Wow. Marsh, what'd you learn?
I learned that nobody's ever seen these bylaws except for one man who's standing right in front of me with a white T-shirt on.
I emailed y'all a copy of that.
I didn't get that one.
No one got a copy.
Really?
Nah.
All right. I'll make sure that my secretary does that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who, Karen?
Yeah, I wish I did have Karen to help me out with some of these things, like sending emails.
All right. Not on what you learned, but I'm going to take this time to wish my little guy, Lincoln, a very happy birthday. He turned 4 today, 4 on the 4th. So happy birthday, Lincoln.
Go,
Love you, buddy. Lincoln. He is, he's a little stud, and we love you, man. If you're listening, happy birthday, pal. Can't wait to celebrate tonight. Little cake. Little Taco Tuesday. And maybe a double punch or two from my guy.
Punch.
Nice.
He should be allowed to do that to whoever he wants tonight.
It'd probably be Killian. Yeah. But I agree.
Then maybe take Killian out. Although I don't want Maddie getting double.
No.
I
Maybe
don't want
me.
Kristen either.
Yeah, so me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're good with that.
For those that don't know, Lincoln one time double punched Killian right in the face.
A double punch.
And Kristen and I didn't believe him. We said, hey, double punch? What are you talking about? He didn't double punch. And then Lincoln proceeded to then show us how he did it, and Killian caught it twice.
Well, you shouldn't have doubted him. Let's just be honest.
That's kind of on us.
That's what Jamie needed one of the Blue Jays players to do to Shohei Ohtani.
That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Yep.
He's an outstanding man of integrity.
How would you
and all.
not take advantage of that?
Come on, man.
And where's Yamamoto? I'd have been, I would have friggin', what do you call that? The horse collar? Down you go, Yamamoto.
He'd probably end up throwing with his left arm, though, and still doing pretty well.
Probably.
But hear me out. If they left the dugout or the bullpen, that means they're ready to be involved.
Very true.
Right? You don't want to get involved. Don't leave the bench. They used to say.
Good call. Seems
and I
right.
have one guy on the bench at your job.
Go get him.
Get that guy.
Yeah.
Marshy.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Our third star of the day goes out to Wednesday night Maction.
Yeah.
Not Tuesday night.
Still important.
Wednesday night.
Still important. Still middle of the week when other teams don't want to play.
Plenty of time to watch other things.
I could not put this one at number 1 because you'll understand.
Oh.
But Jamie's Rules come in at number 2, the second star of the day.
5 points, baby. Text line backs me on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
First star of the day goes out to cloning. Cloning
Yes.
animals or maybe people.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Whatever it takes.
It's kind of weird.
That's strange.
Kind of weird.
You and Tom Brady.
Yep. All righty. Well,
I'm going to just follow the money.
yeah, you might as well. Might as well. All right, we'll be back tomorrow with some compelling action. Probably talk some sports and otherwise.
Yeah.
You never know.
And some action.
Tonight, we got to break down that Ohio game. Tonight, we got Duke and Texas. A little basketball action for you. Pregame starting at 7, tip-off at 7:45. Can't believe college basketball is already here. This is where you get a bunch of tournaments that don't make any sense.
Yeah.
For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. See ya.